It's time for Coalgate Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank. The Wildcats are brought to you by Brown's Funeral Service and your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland. The Coalgate Wildcats are sponsored by Shamrock Bank and Studeville Ford.
Left side, blitz coming. Quick pass, far side, caught by Trevathan. Tries to make a man miss. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40.
The Wildcats are also brought to you by your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Cole County Farm Bureau, and Genesis Abstract.
It's the snap. Blitz coming. Picked up, now flush. Throws it deep down the field, has a man open, and it's caught at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Tate Diaz. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coalgate Wildcat Athletics are sponsored in part by the RX Shop, Cole County Tag, the Flower Garden, and Triple Heart Boutique. And now let's head to the field for your Coalgate Wildcats.
And we are live in Tishomingo, Oklahoma for Week 10 football action here in Oklahoma as the Coalgate Wildcats come to Tishomingo to take on the Tishomingo Indians. Coalgate Wildcats 2-7 on the season, 1-5 in district play, playing the Tishomingo Indians. They're 3-6 overall, 1-5 in district play. Good evening, everybody. I am Cody Newberry, joined alongside, as always, Blaine Riley, Linda Burnett on the camera. Wherever you are, however you are, thank you for joining us and tuning in tonight. This is the final broadcast of the year for the Coalgate Wildcat football team on a Thursday night here, as we've had some officials, I think, scheduling conflicts for tomorrow night, so they moved this game up to play tonight. So this is a special Thursday edition of Wildcat football. This is the 61st all-time meeting between Coalgate and Tishomingo. Coalgate leads the all-time series 35-25. This is the second most common opponent that Coalgate plays, behind Atoka and ahead of Antlers as the top three teams that Coalgate generally plays. The Wildcats have won 10 out of the last 11 against the Indians and we've been district opponents together since 2006. Coalgate holds the record since 2006. 15 wins for Coalgate, 5 wins for Tishomingo. The first game goes all the way back to 1944, which is as far back as the records that I could find. So Coalgate, this series has been fairly close. Coalgate, again, has won 10 of the last 11 to kind of separate themselves in this series. Got a new field here, turf field. Really nice setup here in Tishomingo as we get through the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and life happens in 2021.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Coalgate Athletics.
And we're back here on the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. It's Chevy Truck Month. It's time to see why Chevrolet is America's most dependable lineup of trucks. Chevrolet together, let's drive. This broadcast is always being brought to you by First Bank. First Bank, a true local bank committed to making your dreams and plans possible. They invest in our communities. They invest in you. As we look at the Tishomingo Indians, and much improved Tishomingo Indians, Blaine. They're 3-6 on the season. The standings and their win-loss record doesn't necessarily show much improvement, but this is a much improved team. They're 3-6. They did lose last week against Beggs, 34-19. Tishomingo 2-2 at home on the season, 1-0 in overtime. They actually were 3-1 in non-district play, and then started 2-0 in districts. 1-0. Winning in the first game in districts, and then kind of like everybody else, losing to Davis and Holdenville and Dibble and Beggs. On the season, Tishomingo averaging 25 points per game while giving up 37 points per game. For the Coalgate Wildcats, 2-7 on the season, 1-5 in district play under third-year head coach Zach Cater. He's 9-20 overall record. Coalgate losing last week in Coalgate at senior night, 41-7. Coalgate 2-2 on the road. They have not played an overtime game yet this year. For the Wildcats, they're averaging just under 14 points per game while giving up a little over 35 points per game. As we welcome Blaine Riley into the broadcast, he will bring us the Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup.
Yeah, Cody, starting with the offensive line tonight, and just want to point out, same 5 starters along the offensive line every game this year. Something you don't see a whole lot. Really speaks to good conditioning program there at Coalgate for these 5 guys to be healthy all year long. Those starters on the offensive line, the left tackle, number 72, Ethan Nelson. The left guard, number 70, Axel McNutt. The center, number 52, Jet Burris. The right guard, number 78, Lucas Franklin. And the right tackle, number 55, Walker Weston. In the backfield, starting quarterback, number 11, Colby Brown. Starting at running back, number 27, Rowdy Hemphill. 4 wide receivers tonight. Starting wide receivers are number 2, Davis Grant, number 15, Easton Loudermilk, number 3, Weston Lackey, and number 4, Bryson Stowe. For the Wildcats defensively, back to the 3-4 alignment tonight. The defensive ends, number 72, Ethan Nelson, and number 15, Easton Loudermilk. The nose guard, number 78, Lucas Franklin. Linebackers, middle linebacker, number 27, Rowdy Hemphill, and number 5, Kyler Woods. The outside linebackers, number 3, Weston Lackey, and number 6, Jace Burris. The corners, number 2, Davis Grant, and number 24, Cato Pepworth. And the safeties, number 23, Jet Walkup, and number 4, Bryson Stowe.
That was your Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup. You can check out the Wildcat Sports Corner for all your Wildcat gear. Triple Heart Boutique located on Main Street in beautiful downtown Coalgate, as the pride, I believe they call themselves the pride of Little Dixie, the Tishomingo Marching Band doing the national anthem. We'll take our final break here on the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. When we return, we'll have you set for kickoff as well as Blaine's keys to the game right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here in Tishomingo. This is the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. Again, it is Chevy Truck Month, and now is the best time to check out the rugged, capable, powerful, and uncompromising Chevy truck lineup. Chevrolet together. Let's drive. Blaine, as we look at this game here, both of these teams eliminated from playoff contention. The playoffs, the four teams are set from this district. It's just a matter of jockeying for positions tonight, which we kind of have a pretty good idea who's going to finish where. This game actually will determine who will finish sixth, who will finish seventh, as currently Tishomingo is ahead of Coalgate by one game. So the winner tonight would take sixth place. The loser would finish seventh, just ahead of Comanche. But Blaine, as we kind of get through last week, kind of talk a little bit about the Dibble game. It was close through the first quarter, 0-0, and then it just kind of snowballed after that. As you look at this final game here, Blaine, we've seen some good things and some positive things come from the offense, being able to move the ball, and defensively getting quite a few stops last week against Dibble, a team that had scored quite a bit of points, made Dibble have to work for it quite a bit. What are some of the keys, some things that you look forward to tonight here against kind of a high-powered offense here in Tishomingo?
Yeah, I was just thinking as you were leading into this, Cody, you said Tishomingo scores around 25 points a game. They've got a pretty good offense, not as good on defense, giving up more like 37 points a game, I think you said. So I think you're going to have to execute well on offense tonight. Could possibly kind of turn into a little bit of a shootout, so you're going to have to finish drives better than you did last week. Last week you moved the ball pretty well at times, but stalled out at times too, and ended those drives not with points as many times as you needed to. So offensively, it's about finishing drives, taking care of the football. Defensively, at times you played pretty good against Dibble last week. Just a little bit inconsistent. Got to be a little more consistent on defense and probably try to find a way to force a turnover or two, steal an extra possession or two for your favor. Big keys tonight.
Yeah, we talked about the record shows 3-6, but they've been close in a lot of the games that they've played in. Even going back to, I believe it was against Beggs.
Against Beggs last week.
Last week it was 20-19. I think going into the fourth quarter, and I think Beggs kind of pulled away there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But this team has the capability. Talking to Coach Cater just a few moments ago before the game, he made sure to mention the running back, number 1, Dylan Burton. For Tishomingo, lots of speed from Burton. If he's able to get out and get loose, there's very few people in this class, in this district, that's been able to catch him. So trying to keep him contained is probably first and foremost, kind of the number one thing to do on defense.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be at the front of your mind defensively. He's he's definitely their best playmaker on offense, and I would suspect that they're going to look to get him the ball somewhere between 20 and 30 touches tonight, whether it's running the ball or throwing it out of the backfield some as well. So going to have to definitely keep an eye on him and do what you can to keep him contained, not let him get loose on you. And
something also, we've seen the defense of recent last couple of weeks kind of give up a lot of yards, but it's also been missed tackles too. So, somebody with a player like Burton who has a lot of speed and shiftiness, the open field tackle is going to be really paramount tonight to try to get him down and get him out of the open space and get him down as quickly as possible. Game tackling is important.
Yes, for sure. Got to be really fundamental in your tackling tonight. And he's a good player. He's gonna make a few plays. You just have to try to limit him as much as you can. And I think that's where it goes back to the offense can really help the defense by having those long sustained drives and finishing them, kind of win the time of possession battle.
Yeah.
The longer your offense has the ball and the ball's not in his hands, the better it is for you.
Yep. Kobe Brown getting the start tonight again. He's got 770 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, just a little over 46% completion percentage. As far as rushing goes, Davis Grant, the leading rusher, 369 yards, averaging just under 8 yards per carry. He's got 5 rushing touchdowns. Bryson Stowe, 258 yards, 3.5 yards per carry. He's the team leader in rushing touchdowns. He has 5. And then receiving, Bryson Stowe, the leading receiver, 316 yards on the season, just over 15 yards per reception, 2 touchdowns. And then Davis Grant, 283 yards, 16.5 yards per reception. He's the team leader in passing reception touchdowns. He's got 3. For the Wildcat offensively, they're averaging 122 rushing yards per game, 103 passing yards per game for about 227 total yards per game. Defensively, the Wildcats giving up about 233 rushing yards per game, allowing 128 passing yards for a total yardage of 362 yards per game. As the captains are at midfield, looks like the Indians did win the toss, and they have elected to receive. The Indians will be in their all-black home uniforms, black helmets, black tops, black bottoms, white numerals with Indians written across the chest. Coalgate in their road white unis, white tops, white pants, purple helmets, cursive Wildcats written across the chest with purple numerals. Again, a turf field. They just redid the field, I believe, this year. Really nice. I know it's hard to see from the camera, but they've got the Tishomingo Indian logo as well as the State of Oklahoma logo kind of outlined at midfield as well. This has been the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show as we're waiting both teams to come out onto the field. Again, this is our final broadcast of the season. I want to thank you for tuning in, and also a big thank you to our wonderful sponsors who continue to help get this broadcast to you guys at home. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast this year. We've enjoyed bringing it to you in the heat, in the rain. Really haven't been cold.
Hadn't had much cold. It was a little cool at Beggs,
Yep.
but not bad. Beautiful night for football here tonight.
Yeah, just no wind. We were talking off air that the wind blowing today is kind of worried that it might affect the football game, but
yeah, the flag is just, it's just barely moving right now.
It'll have no merit tonight as it is 67 degrees here in Tishomingo. Light southeast wind about 3 if it's blowing that much. So, again, these two teams eliminated from playoff contention. But the top 4 teams are playing. They're still jockeying for position. Davis tonight playing Community Christian. If they get a win by more than 13 or more, they will lock up the number 1 seed. Holdenville tomorrow night, they'll play Comanche. They've got to hope Davis doesn't score more than 13 points. Oh, boy.
And we go dark mode.
I guess they got a light show here in Tishomingo. Holdenville is the only other place that I could think of that does the light show as well. Or someone just brushed against the switch and turned it back on.
Maybe that was accidental. We'll never know.
Not much of a light show, but nonetheless a light show to start with. Again, this game being brought to you by First Bank. When your heart is set on something, it helps to have a partner who supports you. First Bank, here for possibilities. Visit firstbank-ok.com. Member FDIC. Again, the Indians won the toss. They've elected to receive, so the Wildcats will be on defense first. Tishomingo will be going left to right on your radio dial. The Wildcats right to left. Wherever you are, however you are, we thank you for joining us and tuning in. Again, if you're on YouTube, be sure and click the subscribe button. We'll have some basketball games for you this season, so go ahead and click subscribe. That way you'll be notified anytime there's a broadcast. Also on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn. Take the kids to Grandma's house and enjoy the football game. We're fixing to get this thing kicked off. Walk up doing the kicking duties. The ball spotted at the 40-yard line. And away we go with the short kick to the near side of the field. Fair caught at the 35, 36. Looks like they're going to give him the 36-yard line, and that'll be where the Indians take over, first down and 10.
Yeah, good job there just keeping it away from the returner, not giving him a chance to return that one. Shorter kick, but angled towards the sideline. Fair catch taken at the 36. That's where Tishomingo will start their opening possession, first and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
So here's the Indians. They'll take a crack at it first. Number 14, Hudson Alexander, the senior quarterback. Shotgun formation, gets the snap. Handoff, Burton around the left edge. Now back up the middle, crossing the 40 to the 45, and he's loose. To the 40, to the 35, it's a foot race. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, no flags. And that's how we start the game, Blaine. We mentioned Burton before the game started, and he showed exactly why he's explosive.
Yeah, for sure. 64 yards to the house. The left side of that offensive line did a good job of giving him a crease, and then he just outran everybody, Cody, just running away from the Wildcat defenders all the way to the end zone on that 64-yard touchdown run. Not the way you wanted to start this one defensively, for sure.
Tishomingo now lining up for the extra point. Field goal attempt. Snap back, ball down, the kick is up, the kick is on the way, and it is good. So that took 14 seconds off the clock. Tishomingo with an early lead, 7-0. We'll take our first break right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back after that long running touchdown for Tishomingo. Ball spotted at the 25 and picked up by Lackey, and he's immediately gang tackled at about the 27-yard line. That was a dangerous play there by Lackey. Ball was live, was able to pick it up, goes down. The Wildcats will take over, starting out at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, let that one bounce. Couldn't quite get up to it to catch it in the air, and fortunately was able to gather it in. Didn't get much of a return, but bigger thing on that one was just keeping possession. Wildcats will take over first and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Colby Brown in at quarterback, shotgun formation. It'll be spread formation tonight. Start out 2 receivers to both sides of the formation. Hemphill getting the start tonight. He's flanking Brown to his right. Brown gets the snap. Handoff Hemphill. Straight up. No, he kept it. Now floats it out to the outside around the right side. I think he's going to lose actually a couple of yards to Stowe.
Yeah, that's one with that action. You had the 2 receivers stacked on either side. Just a little too slow developing play to try to pitch it out there. Tishomingo was all over it. That's one I would think you need to almost not have that fake to the running back. Just throw it to begin with out there quickly. Ends up losing about 3 yards back to the 24.
2nd and 13 now coming up as Coalgate's already behind the sticks here. Spread formation. Now Loudermilk in motion. Brown gets the snap. Quick pass near side. Lackey catches it at the 27. Cuts upfield, falls forward to the 29. Gets some of that lost yardage is back, but it's still going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 8 now upcoming for the Wildcats from their own 29.
Yeah, good quick pass that time, getting it to Lackey in space there quickly, letting him go to work. Able to get about 5 on that one. Make it 3rd and 8 from the 29.
Lackey's 12th reception on the season. Here's a 3rd and long for the Wildcats. Brown trying for the hard count. Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap, steps back, looking to throw, setting up the wide receiver screen to Grant to the near side, cuts back to the middle to the 30, to the 35, crossing the 35, and he's going to be pretty close, may have it by a couple of yards. That'll be enough for a first down. Nice play there for the Wildcats, set up the wide receiver screen. We've kind of seen, Blaine, that may be their go-to play that they try to run quite a bit for the Wildcats.
Yeah, really nice tunnel screen set up there. Looked initially like Tishomingo had read it pretty well, but Grant was able to get by that initial defender and scoot upfield for about 10 yards and get the first down. Nice play there to get a 3rd down conversion to open the drive.
It was good considering the first play went backwards. So shotgun formation. Now the Hemphill now in motion out of the backfield. Under blitz. Just heaves it down the field. That's a dangerous throw. It caught by Grant at the 50. That looked from here like that could have been anybody's ball, but Grant goes after it. I'm not sure if Brown knew where he was throwing it, or if he did, he was really taking a chance as Grant gathers it up on the Tishomingo side of the 50 down to the 48, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to throw that ball away, and that was the only place he could get it. Fortunately, the Tishomingo defenders just didn't really see the ball, I don't think, in the air, and Grant did, and he just went and got it. Ends up getting 13 yards on that and another first down to the Tishomingo 48 where it's 1st and 10.
Looked like the Indians sent a jailhouse blitz that play. Shotgun formation. Now Stowe in motion. It's a quick pitch out to Stowe to the near side. Up to the 45, and that's where he's taken down. Gets a couple of yards, good positive yards there on first down up to the Indian 45-yard line. Picks up 3, 2nd and 7 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice creative action on that play. You fake the handoff to Hemphill, and then Stowe coming across on the jet sweep motion kind of almost turns into triple option there a little bit, and Brown flips it out there to him. Doesn't get a whole lot on the play, but a good positive 3-yard play there on first down to make it 2nd and 7 from the 45.
Now 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Brown claps his hands, now looks back at Coach Watkins. Davis Grant, the lone receiver to the near side of the field. Play clock at 2, got to get it off. Just does, handoff Hemphill straight up the middle, crossing the 45 up to the 40. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Picks up 6 yards on that 2nd down run. It'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good push up the middle from the interior of that offensive line, getting Hemphill 6 yards on that one down to the 39. Making a very manageable 3rd and 1 here from the 39-yard line.
That's going to put Hemphill right at the 200-yard mark on the season. The senior for the Wildcats. Now Loudermilk in motion. Coming right to left. Gets the snap, hand off, Hemphill lowers his shoulder, crossing the 40, crossing the line to gain on just shy of the 35. And who else would you rather have needing that 1 yard than Rowdy Hemphill? Lowers his shoulder, gets up to about the Indian 35-yard line, moves the sticks again for the Wildcats. We've seen back-to-back weeks now, Blaine. The Wildcats last week kind of had this similar type of opening drive. it did fizzle out. We'll see if the Wildcats can put it in the end zone.
Yeah, just got to find a way to pay this one off. You got behind the sticks on that initial possession on the first play, did a good job of recovering, and now you've got 3 first downs. Just got to keep going with it.
Shotgun formation. The receivers kind of bunched in here on the line of scrimmage. Quick pass to the near side to Lackey. Climbs the ladder to go get it. He might have a yard on that reception.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him a yard to the 34. That one was defended pretty well by the Indians. They were all over Lackey as soon as he caught that one. Did a good job to just haul it in and hang on to the ball. Really short gain, really only about the length of the football is all they end up giving him, just inside the 35. It'll be basically 2nd and 10.
The Wildcats are setting the Indians up here. I think a lot of short passes. I think they're going to go deep here pretty soon. 3 receivers to the right, shotgun formation. Brown gets a snap. He's rolling to his right. He's under pressure, throws out into the flat, caught by Loudermilk at the 30, and he's going to go down about the 28-yard line. Got a lot of that 2nd down yardage. He's going to be about 3 yards shy, 4 yards shy.
They're putting it right at the 30. Good, quick, safe play, though, just getting it to Loudermilk in the flat on 2nd down, letting him get what he can, make it more manageable on 3rd down here. It'll be 3rd and about 5 from the 30.
Figure 2-down territory here for the Wildcats.
For sure.
Split receivers, ball spotted at the far hash. Jet sweep to Stowe at the 35, cuts it upfield to the 30, still on his feet, tiptoes out of bounds, crossing the 30. I think he's going to get it by about a yard. They're going to put it at the 24-yard line. That moves the sticks again for the Wildcats. The Wildcats slowly and deliberately marching down the field.
Yeah, nice play there on that 3rd and 5, getting it to Stowe on that jet sweep action. Good blocking on the edge there by the near side receivers, letting him get 6 yards on that play and another 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the Tishomingo 24.
6:15 to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 in favor of Tishomingo. Shotgun formation. Brown gets a snap. Blitz coming. Under pressure. Quick pass to the far side to Stowe, and it's wrapped up immediately. Read better there by the defensive backs for the Indians. Might have lost it. They're going to say he lost a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, that one was read pretty well that time by that corner on the far side of the field. Stayed with Stowe very well. And really unfortunate that Stowe wasn't able to break away from him because he was really about the only defender on that side of the field, but a good sure tackle to get Stowe down for a loss of a couple. 2nd and 12 from the 26.
The Indians are sending blitzes quite often. There's a hard count. There's a 1st down. No, it won't be a 1st. It'll be 5-yard. There's the first offsides penalty of the night drawn by the Wildcat offense, as we've had an offensive lineman blow a tire.
Yeah, after the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 21. Wildcats once again doing a good job of utilizing the hard count, getting a free 5 yards.
2nd down from the Indian 21-yard line. Looking to throw. Throws near side. It's ball batted at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was number 70 for the Indians, Colton Prince, senior defensive lineman, getting his big paw up in the air and knocks that ball down.
That breaks up a really hot start to the night, though, for Kobe Brown. That was his first incompletion. He had completed his first 7 passes of the night before that. Now you got 3rd and 7 from the 21. Once again, just like that last 3rd down, got 2 plays to get this 7 yards. Definitely influences your play call here on 3rd down. You don't necessarily have to get it all on one play here. Just want to get a good chunk of it at least.
Shotgun formation. The receivers come in close to the line of scrimmage. Now empty backfield. Blitz coming. Brown rolling away from the blitz. Hit as he's thrown. Up in the air. Coach Cater wanting a pass interference. It looks like the defender got there a little bit early.
He was there a little early. Wasn't a ton of contact, but what contact he did make was definitely early. Would have liked to have seen the flag come out on that one.
So that ball falls incomplete. Now 4th down and 7 from the 21. They got to get to the 14-yard line for a 1st down.
Tishomingo's been very aggressive so far on defense. They have blitzed a lot here early. Seems like it might, you might even try a screen or something here. You've caught them in it a couple of times.
Here's the play. Shotgun formation. Blitz coming. Throw it deep across the middle, and it falls short. That bounced into the hands of Grant as Brown was under pressure as he throws, falls incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the Wildcats.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brown just wasn't able to get quite enough on that when he had – Grant had come open there over the middle of the field, just couldn't quite get it all the way to him, couldn't get enough on it. Turnover on downs. Tishomingo will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21.
The Indians, they've had the ball once for one play, although scored a touchdown off of I believe it was a 64-yard Burton touchdown run. 5:09 to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 as the Indians are back on the field for their second offensive series of the night. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap, another handoff to Burton near side. Now cuts it back up the middle. Shifty, crossing the 20, just shy of the 25 to the 24. Picks up about 3. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that one defended pretty well by the Wildcats. You had some traffic in the backfield initially, making him have to get shifty. Ethan Nelson did a good job of staying at home and getting him on the ground after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Alexander, shotgun formation, gets the snap, looking to throw. Quick pass, far side, caught at the 20, down the sideline to the 25, taken down about the 27 or 28. It's going to be about 3 or 4 more yards. Looks like they're going to give him the 27. It'll be 3rd down, about 4 coming up here for the Indians.
Yeah, defended pretty well once again, not giving up much on that one. Defensive back stayed at home, got him out of bounds after just a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 4.
Shotgun formation, Alexander trying to draw the Wildcats off sides. Wildcats very disciplined in that, does not jump.
Yeah, did a good job of flinching a little bit, but not completely jumping.
Shotgun formation, it's a handoff to Burton up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be close. It's going to be a spot. Wherever they spot it, I think he might have it by about a half a yard.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yep, it's a 1st down. Gets it by about half of the football. Moves the chains for Burton.
Yeah, needed 4, got about 4.5. That'll be a 1st and 10 at the 31 now for the Indians.
Fresh set of downs coming up for Tishomingo. Shotgun formation. Alexander gets the snap. Looking to throw, going to take a deep shot down the middle of the field, and it is just through the hands of the intended receiver. It was a good attempt there by the receiver. I believe that's number 11, Braden Arnold.
That's number 10.
Number 10. My apologies. Number 10, Jonas Wade, one of the many seniors here for the Indians, falls incomplete.
That was a pretty good coverage on that play, though, by Davis Grant. He was with him step for step. That was going to take an absolute perfect pass to be completed, and it was just a hair too long. Not able to make the catch on the outstretched attempt. It'll be 2nd and 10.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Burton in the backfield with Alexander. It's going to be a handoff to Burton, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. I believe that's Ethan Nelson.
Yeah, it is. Once again, Ethan Nelson playing really good on this series so far from that defensive end position. Did a good job of getting him on the ground. It's a loss of a couple. Looks like back to the 29. It'll be 3rd and 12.
So the first 3rd down attempt here for the Indians. Defensively for the Wildcats, 35.5% conversion rate for the opponents.
Don't lose Burton out of the backfield here. He's a weapon.
Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Alexander rolling to his right, looking to throw. Throws it out into the flat, and it's caught.
Wow.
But it's going to be short. Jace Burris with really good coverage. Looks like he actually tipped it.
I think he did tip it. That was a heck of a catch by that Tishomingo receiver as Burton tipped it.
It's going to be 4th and 5.
Able to keep his focus and keep his eye on the ball to make the catch, but he's about 5 yards short of the 1st down. Be 4th and 5 from the 36. Looks like Tishomingo is going to line up to punt.
We'll see our first punt of the game. Bryson Stowe retreating back. 3 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. This is the first punt of the game. In warm-ups, had a pretty good leg. The punter here, Stowe standing at his own 35. Punter steps into it, and that's not a very good punt. Comes to the near side, but it does take an Indian roll inside the 25.
Up really nice. Man,
be marked out of bounds about the 21-yard line. That hit at the 35 and took a Coalgate, usually what Coalgate does, but it took an Indian roll all the way down to the 21.
Yeah, it was impressive that he was able to keep that ball in bounds. It hit not very far from the out-of-bounds line, and instead of kicking off to the right, it just kicked straight on down the field for about another 15 yards. Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21.
So we've seen the Wildcats again, back-to-back weeks, take the opening drive down the field, but then stall out right around the red zone.
Yeah, I think what you said late in the first drive is true, though. You've hit a lot of short passes so far. At some point, you're going to be set up to take a shot deep.
3 receivers to the right, another blitz coming. This time it's Jet Walkup getting the play, crossing the 25, down to almost the 30. Really good run there by Jet Walkup. Again, that was very decisive running. Lowered his head, took off all the way down to the 29. Picks up 8, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, good blocking from the interior of the offensive line. Good, strong running by Walkup, getting you 8 on first down. Really nice play to set you up with 2nd and 2 from the 29.
Again, 3 receivers to the right. Quick pass to the far side, caught by Loudermilk, and he's taken down immediately. Looks like there'll be no gain on that play.
Yeah, I think he even
coming up.
Ended up losing a yard. Back to the 28. Yep. They read that one really well, that quick pass out in the flat. Be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Wildcats from their own 28.
Now the ball's on the far hash. Davis Grant is to the near side, and it's one-on-one coverage. There's no safety deep.
Yeah, this might be
Will
your
Brown
time.
have time to take a shot here?
You got to think they're sending some of those linebackers on a blitz more than likely.
Linebackers are about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's an all-out blitz. Quick pass. There's Grant across the middle at the 40 to the 45. Makes a man miss to the 50. Still on his feet to the 45 and taken down at the Indian 40-yard line. There's that slant pass we were looking for, Blaine. As the Indians were sending an all-out blitz, nobody was in coverage behind the line of scrimmage as the linebackers went screaming into the backfield. Brown finding Grant for a big first down all the way down to the Indian 40, about 39.5-yard line.
Yeah, really good execution on a blitz beater there. That slant just taking up the space the linebackers had vacated when they blitzed. Really nice throw, hitting Grant in stride, making a man miss. Ends up getting 33 yards down to the Indian 39 for a 1st and 10.
3 receivers to the right, Grant by himself, bottom of the screen. Walkup still in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. He's met in the backfield but does fall forward. Might have got a yard up to about the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, really short gain on that one. Indians read that one pretty well. We're in the backfield. Walkup does a good job of falling forward to get about a half a yard. Make it 2nd and about 9.5 here.
Wildcats will have to run one more play. The play clock at about 12 seconds. The game clock at 22 seconds. As it's been a one-play touchdown, has been the only scoring drive here in the first quarter. Walkup motions out of the backfield, finds a crossing Loudermilk, crossing the 35 down to about the 33. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Loudermilk picks up about 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3 when we come back as we start the second quarter. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
And we're back here as we start the second quarter. The teams flip the field. Now the Wildcats going left to right on your radio dial. That would be about north to south here.
East-west.
East-west, that's right, east-west. I don't know why. Tishomingo confuses me.
Yeah, it's because you come into town kind of an odd direction. Quick stats from the first quarter. Tishomingo, 4 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. 2 out of 3 throwing for 10 yards. Wildcats, 6 carries for 28 yards, 10 out of 13 throwing the ball for 66 yards, 4 out of 5 on third down so far. Offense has looked pretty good so far here tonight.
Now we've got a weird package here. Davis Grant in the backfield at quarterback. Lucas Franklin in at kind of lead blocker.
Oh.
He absolutely demolishes a defensive back, hits one to the ground and goes to the next level.
You might be you're a little short of the first down, but, man, that play was worth it just to see that. Lucas Franklin as a lead blocker is a scary proposition for a defense. My goodness.
Takes the ball up to the 30-yard line. Going to be about a half a yard shy, it looks like. It's going to be 4th and a half a yard.
I run that same play
going to
again.
go with the same play. Lucas Franklin in at running back. Shotgun formation for Davis Grant. Going to keep it himself. Cutting. Now back to the middle.
He got it. We got a flag.
But we got a flag in the area, maybe in holding. It looks like he might have had the first. I think he got the first down.
He probably got the first, but I bet it's coming back on the flag.
Flag thrown in the general area of holding.
That's our first flag of the night, though. That was a really clean first quarter.
Yep. I think we may have an official measurement. It's going to be pretty close.
Well, if you're bothering to measure, then maybe it's not a hold.
Yeah.
Might be something on the defense if you're bothering to measure, or something even after the play. Looks like he's actually maybe just a hair short.
Looks like he's a hair short.
Break out the index card.
Well, and even then, if it's against the defense, this is.
If it's against the defense, you replay the down.
This measurement makes no sense.
Right. You should administer the penalty first.
Yeah.
It is. They do say it's a hair short. Okay, so the penalty, I guess it makes sense to give Tishomingo the chance to decline the penalty if they want to, if it's not a first down, which is what they did. So it's a turnover on downs as it ends up.
And I don't know who the hold was on, but you had Lucas Franklin not on the offensive line. You wonder if it was the new offensive lineman
probably
playing Lucas's spot.
Franklin didn't hold on the play. I think it was probably who took his spot on the offensive line. Too bad you've had two really nice drives offensively, but no points to show for it. Got turned away deep in Tishomingo territory each time.
Probably see what the offense does here for Tishomingo. They had to punt on the last drive. Alexander, shotgun formation, man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Burton up the middle. Crossing the 30, and he's met immediately. Looks like Rowdy Hemphill, first one on the tackle there for the Wildcats. Picks up minimal, maybe a yard on that play. It'd be 2nd down and 9.
Since the first play for a touchdown, the Wildcats defensively, those linebackers doing a good job since that first play of staying at home, staying in their gaps. Rowdy Hemphill stayed right there in that gap and able to get him down after a gain of just a yard. Good defensive play there.
2nd down and 9 from the Indian 31-yard line. Shotgun formation. Alexander gets the snap. High snap, pulls it down, looking to throw. Still has time. Now under pressure. Rolling to his right. Throws it out into the flat for Burton. Caught at the 30. Now down the far sideline to the 40. And he's taken down by Cato Pebworth at about the 45-yard line. That'll move the sticks, picks up about 15 yards on that little pitch and catch there from the quarterback to the running back.
And that's what's scary about Burton in the passing game like that. You had the play defended well initially. He's just your outlet, your kind of last resort to throw it to, and he's able to take it and make man miss and get 14 yards on a first down out of it.
All the way down to the Indian 45-yard line. Indians right to left on your radio dial. Alexander gets the snap. Another handoff. Burton around the right side, now back to the middle. Crossing the 50, still on his feet. Finally taken down. Jet Walkup. Walker Weston in on the tackle for the Wildcats defensively. As he does cross the 50, gets down to the Coalgate 48-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 coming up now for the Indians.
Yeah, good job blocking that one up by the Indians in the middle of the field on that one, getting him 7 yards on first down to make it 2nd and 3.
Indians now with tempo. Going to take a shot. Under pressure. Alexander rolling to his right and just tosses it out of bounds. Falls incomplete. That was good play there by the defensive backs. And that was Weston Lackey in on the pressure.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. Good job, Axel McNutt, broke through the line initially and flushed him, and then Lackey did a good job of coming up from his linebacker position and making sure he had nowhere to run it, forced him to just throw that one away. It'll be 3rd down and 3 here from the 48.
Shotgun formation, trying for the hard count. Again, good discipline by the Wildcat defense. Should be 3rd down. There
yeah,
you
they
go.
flipped it.
3rd and 3, right at midfield. Alexander gets the snap, handoff, running back. He's met in the backfield, but Burton sheds a couple tackles, now tiptoeing down the far sideline, still on his feet, cuts it back to the middle, all the way down to the 20. There were a couple of Wildcats. Looks like your linebackers were first to meet him, and he just sheds both those tackles.
Yeah, and Hemphill's down. That's just too bad because you had Hemphill and another Wildcat had him for about a 2-yard loss back at midfield, and he was just able to get away and then get all the way down to, looks like they put it at the 12, or 17, excuse me, all the way down to the 17. Wound up being a 31-yard run on 3rd down for a 1st down.
Yeah, Burton was met right kind of behind the line of scrimmage. He's in the backfield.
Just didn't wrap up.
Yep. Like the officials might be talking to Coach Cater. Maybe the way that particular injury timeout occurred probably didn't sit well with the Indian coaches.
Yeah, I think they may have kind of felt that was more just to kind of slow them down than necessarily anybody actually hurt.
Yep.
Big series of downs now here defensively. See if you can bow up and keep them out of the end zone here.
1st down and 10 for the Indians from the Coalgate 17-yard line. Shotgun formation. Alexander gets the snap. Handoff. Running back, that's Culp. Crossing the 5, taken down inside the 5, about the 2. That was the backup running back, Culp.
Yeah, just way too much room in the middle of the field there. Opened up, and he went about 15 yards before he was touched all the way down. I think they marked him all the way down at the 1, 1st and goal.
1st and goal now from the Coalgate 1-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left. Culp gets the ball from Alexander. It's going to be stuffed at the 1-yard line. Initially met.
I think that was Reed Abels.
I believe it was Reed Abels, the freshman, coming in, making the initial stop.
Really nice play. Just kind of got him by the shoulder pad as he was going through and held on, was able to sling him down for no gain to make it 2nd and goal from the 1.
So Culp is in the backfield. Burton is not in the game for the Indians. Alexander, shotgun formation, gets the snap, looking to throw. Under pressure, rolling to his right. Still on his feet, trying to get to the pylon, and I think he's short. Yep, he's going to be short. No gain again. The Wildcats, Kyler Woods
and Weston Lackey, I think, combined on that one. Good job getting tough down here around the goal line, not letting him get to the pylon as he tried to break contain out of the pocket. Looked initially like he was maybe going to be able to get to the corner, but shut that down, and it's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Burton now checks back into the game. 3rd and goal, the Wildcat defense still not set.
He's
short. Be a direct snap. I think he's short.
That was,
I think that's Kyler
Woods again come in and got his legs, took his legs out from under him.
Going to mark him short. He's got to be about the half-yard line or closer. It's 4th down. Here's the stand. This is the play right here, Blaine. You don't want to go down 2 touchdowns. Alexander still in shotgun formation. Indians quickly to the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap, handoff Burton, and this time he walks into the end zone. Touchdown touchdown Indians.
Yeah, it's just really tough to stop a team when they get 4 cracks at it from the 1, and defense finally broke there on that 4th down, letting him get in for the 2nd touchdown of the night for the Indians.
So the Wildcats digging themselves a hole here. 13-0, 7:06 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Now awaiting the extra point. Snap back, ball down, the kick is on the way, the kick is up, and it is good. 14-0, 7:06 to go. We'll take another break. This is Wildcat football presented by First Bank.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here 14-0 from Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Week 10, final game of the season between Coalgate and the Indians here on a special Thursday night football. After a latest touchdown score from Burton, that's his second rushing touchdown of the game. 14-0, 7:06 to go. Here's the kickoff. It's a really short kick at the 35, picked up at the 30. I think that's Kyler Woods, and finally Bulldog tackled down at about the 34-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good job of getting that ball, securing it. Didn't get much on the return, but that short kick, the biggest thing is just making sure you get it. Gets about 4 yards out to the 34, so pretty good field position to start. Third possession here for the Wildcats, 1st and 10 from their own 34.
So offensively for the Wildcats, spread formation. Brown rolling. It's going to be a pitch to the near side. It's Bryson Stowe caught at the 30, and it's going to be no gain on that play. Read better by Culp coming in from his defensive back position. Read that pitch play. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, good job by those defensive backs on this near side of the field, not allowing themselves to be blocked. Getting in there, getting Stowe down for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34.
Stowe in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Flanking Brown to his left. Brown gets the snap. Handoff Stowe, and he's gang tackled. Going to be no gain. So back-to-back plays where Stowe's got no gain. Moving Bryson Stowe back at running back to the 34-yard line. 3rd and 10 now coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, just nowhere for him to go on that one. Was some good initial penetration by that Indian defensive line and keeping him to no gain. Now you got 3rd and 10 from the 34.
Shotgun formation. Indians show blitz. There's going to be 5 yards of it. That's the second offsides call tonight for the Indians. That makes the 3rd down a lot more manageable when you just got halfway to go now. Foul 5 yards.
Yeah, big free 5 yards there. Doesn't get you the 1st down, but like you said, much more manageable 3rd and 5 than 3rd and 10 now here for the Wildcats from the 39.
Again, shotgun formation. The Indians are showing blitz. Again, linebackers playing about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Brown gets the snap. Across the middle and through the hands of Weston Lackey. Kind of a high pitch, but he was under a lot of pressure as Brown was going backwards. Falls incomplete, 4th and 5.
Yeah, you had a chance on that one. Brown was under a lot of pressure. That one just a little too tall for Weston Lackey. He had a step on the defender over the middle, though. You're going to have chances in the middle of the field tonight in the passing game. Just got to find a way to complete enough of them to make them pay for blitzing as heavily as they are.
Like the Wildcats are going to call a timeout here on 4th down, 4th and 5, Blaine. We'll leave it here. About 5.5 minutes to go. So you're down 2 scores. Do you take a chance and punt it away?
Well, I think.
Or do you try to play defense? You've had the Indians pretty well wrapped up other than 2 big chunk plays.
I think what I would probably do at this point is it's 4th and 5. So I would come out, I would give it the hard count at least, see if you can make them jump, kind of see how they're lined up defensively, And if you like the look you're getting for the play you have called, probably go ahead and run it. And if you don't, back up and punt it if you don't like the look they're giving you. But I think you think about trying this at least.
Wildcats on the season, not great fourth down conversion. Only 10% conversion rate on fourth down for the Wildcats.
That's why I think it's key that it's 4th and 5. You could get a free first down if you could get them to jump again. I think you at least try to draw them off sides with the hard count a little bit and see if they stay disciplined or not at the very least.
It's actually an empty backfield now. 3 receivers to the left. Now Stowe in motion. Wildcats going to go for it.
I think Tish burned a timeout.
As Tishomingo is going to take a timeout. They didn't like the formation Coalgate sent out there. Coalgate was going to overload that left side of the line of scrimmage.
They were just going to try to outflank them over there, pitch it to
like they were going to go to
somebody and pitch it out to Stowe, and you had enough blockers in front of him. You had the advantage numbers-wise.
Yep.
Probably a wise timeout there by Tishomingo.
Good timeout there by Forrest Gardner again in his first season at Tishomingo. Doing a really good job talking to people over here at Tishomingo. They're really happy with Coach Gardner and the way he's done and kind of changing the culture here at Tishomingo. You know,
and been lots of improvement quickly.
Yes.
You know, they have played people tough here at home. Really tough. You know, they were, like we said earlier, they were only down 20-19 to Beggs either late in the third quarter or to start the fourth quarter, one or the other last week, and Beggs is a really good football team.
Yeah, they think that they've got a good one here in Coach Gardner, bringing over some new coaches, Wes Thomas, the defensive coordinator. So they think that Coach Gardner kind of got this thing turned around over here at Tishomingo. And they've kind of been in the ditch for quite a while over here. You know, it's been surprising because they've had athletes.
Really the last decade for the most part.
Yep. So here's the fourth down play. Same formation for the Wildcats. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Brown in the backfield by himself. Now Stowe in motion. Right to left. Brown rolling that way. He's going to take a deep shot down the field. Has a man.
Interference.
That's going to be pass interference. Underthrown. Weston Lackey gets run through by the defensive back, and that's going to be a free first down, 15 yards for the Wildcats. That was actually better. I mean, that would have been a lot of size. Weston Lackey had a ton of size.
Lackey had the size, and he had a step, too. They had kind of sold out to the throw going to the flat.
They were paying attention to Stowe, who was running that way.
And he had got behind him. If Brown would have been able to throw that one a little more on a line and not quite so much air under it, it might have been 6. But as it was being underthrown, it created the pass interference. Get the 15 yards and a free first down. Big play there for the Wildcats. That'll push it to
all the way down to the Indian 46-yard line. Yep. 1st and 10. Cato Pebworth now in the game here at receiver to the near side. Stowe in the backfield with Brown. 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Brown gets the snap. Handoff, Stowe up the middle. Has a head full of steam. Sheds a tackle. Crossing the 45, almost to the 40. They're going to mark him about the 42-yard line. Going to pick up about 4 yards on first down. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good initial blocking on that one. Got him through a pretty clean hole. Defender had a handful of jersey of Stowe. He broke away from it, but held on to him just long enough to kind of let the cavalry get there for the Indians defensively and then get him on the ground. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 42.
And both teams have burnt a timeout on that 4th down play. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left. Brown pulls it down, now throws it across the middle, and another high pass to Lackey. Lackey was open, but even Lackey couldn't jump up and get that one. Falls incomplete. It's like Lackey had a step, too. If you'd got him in motion, he may have been going to the end zone.
Yeah, had what you wanted there. Had Lackey with his height across the middle, had him open. Just a little bit too much mustard on that throw from Kobe Brown, a little high and pretty hot. Lackey not able to bring it in. It'll be 3rd and 6.
And the ball spotted at the Indian 42-yard line. You're in the part of the field where probably going to be 2-down territory here for the Wildcats. Clock stops, 4:46 to go here before halftime. Shotgun formation. 3 seconds on the play clock. Blitz coming.
Got the screen.
Set up the screen to Stowe. Makes a man miss, crossing the 40, tackled from behind by Burton. Going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down, but it does make a very manageable 4th down and 2 coming up here for the Wildcats from the 38.
Yeah, I had the screen set up pretty well. It just kind of took a little too long to develop for it to be bigger than it was. As it is, though, still a nice play there on 3rd and 6 to get 4 yards and make it a manageable 4th and 2 from the 38.
Seen the Wildcats.
And looks like the sticks are pretty well right at the yard lines. I think you got to get right at the 36 for the first down.
Yeah, 2 full yards here. Play clock at 5. Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap. Handoff Stowe. Man at the line of scrimmage. He's pushing forward, and he's not going to push enough. That's going to be probably about a yard shy. Forward progress is going to stop him. Just no penetration up the middle on that Wildcat offensive line. And it's going to be another turnover on downs for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good job defensively by the Indians, bowing up in the middle of the interior of their defensive front, stopping that play about almost a full yard shy. Be 1st and 10 from the Indians from just inside their 37. They're going to measure, but he's well short.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard short.
Oh, it's closer than I thought. He is short, but it was actually didn't have to get quite to the 36 for the first down, but he's still short either way.
Going to be about a half a yard shy of the first down, so there'll be another turnover on downs for the Wildcats.
And really both in about the exact same spot on the field, really and truly. So you've had the ball 3 times now offensively. You've put together 3 nice drives. You've moved the ball well, just been turned away on 4th down in Indian territory each time so far. Big series defensively here if you're the Wildcats. You're still in this game down 14. You can't really afford to give up another one before halftime here and be down 3 scores.
3:48 to go here before halftime. Alexander shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Reads the ball's on the ground. Coalgate recover. That's Ethan Nelson with the recovery. That was a bad exchange between the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah, just kind of held on to the mesh point.
That was a different quarterback. That was Ian Reynolds in at quarterback. That was a bad exchange, and the Wildcats take over at the Indian 31.
Yeah, it just seemed like it from up here. Looked like he just kind of held the mesh point too long on that one and ended up fumbling it. And Ethan Nelson's Johnny on the spot right there to fall on it. Big play, what you needed defensively. You get a stop and get the ball back in Indian territory. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the Indian 31-yard line.
Take a shot here, Blaine. Get the defense on the field quickly. Just go take a deep shot here to the end zone.
Yeah, I think you do on 1st down here.
You've got Hemphill back in the game at quarterback. Split receivers, 2 to both sides of the formation. Shotgun. Brown looking to pass. Under pressure. Steps up. Going to throw it deep down the near side. One-on-one. It's
got it!
And in. That's Weston Lackey in for a touchdown. One-on-one coverage. He says, I'm better than you are. Strike up the band, touchdown, Wildcats.
What a play by the freshman. That ball was a little underthrown, really, by Brown. Did a good job of fighting back through the contact, going up, high pointing that football, making the catch, using his size right at the goal line, and then getting in. Big play offensively.
Back-to-back weeks.
The freshman.
Lackey with a touchdown.
Back-to-back weeks here at the end of the season, really coming along. Nice to see.
He had the only score last week for the Wildcats, and so far he gets the scoring started here for the Wildcats. Here's the extra point attempt from Jet Walkup. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, kick is on the way, and it is good. 14-7, and the Wildcats strike fast after that turnover by the Indians. We'll take a break. 3:34 to go. This is Wildcat football on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner. Experts who have your back. and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back. Here's the kickoff to the middle of the field, fielded at the 35, going sideways now up to the 40.
Boy.
Has some room to run. Now, what a tackle there by
it was
28. At the 50-yard line. That was number 28 for the Wildcats. I believe it's Trayson Miller. Yep, Trayson Miller just got a head full of shoulder pad and just wrestled him to the ground.
It's a good thing he did, because
tackle.
he might have gone. If
Absolutely.
not, they had some room set up there. Looks like they're going to set the ball down the 47 of the Wildcats. Be 1st and 10 for the Indians from there.
So want to mention Ethan Nelson getting the fumble recovery on his birthday, I hear. So happy birthday to the Twins.
Quick drive recap for the Wildcats. Short drive, one play, covering the 31 yards for the touchdown, Brown to Lackey.
So both teams with a one-play touchdown tonight. Ball spotted at the Coalgate 48-yard line. Alexander back in at quarterback. Burton in the backfield. 10 seconds on the play clock. Here's the play. Looking to pass. Under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Sheds a tackle, but doesn't shed the couple more. That's look like Rowdy Hemphill in on the sack. Kyler Woods as well. It was a good job there by the defensive line. And a good job by the defensive backs to hold their spots. Was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good coverage downfield, giving time for Loudermilk and Nelson and Hemphill to all get in there. End up getting him down. That'll go down as a sack. About a yard loss on that one. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 48.
The game clock now inside of 2 minutes and 50 seconds here before halftime. Alexander shotgun formation. Gets the snap, looking to throw. Rolling to his left. Still on his feet. Sheds a tackler, but doesn't take down Hemphill. Hemphill steer wrestles him to the ground, picks up a couple of yards. Might have got to the 46. They're going to give him 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Big 3rd down here for the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, huge play coming up here defensively. You've done a good job to set them up in 3rd and long here. 3rd and about 9.5. Got to make it pay off and get a stop.
You know, we haven't seen the Indians have too much success throwing the ball thus far. Most of their, in fact, all of their playmaking has come from Burton in the backfield. Like they've kind of abandoned the run here as of late. 2 minutes on the clock. Shotgun formation. Blitz coming. Picked up. Now under pressure. Sitting up the screen. It's tipped, but then still caught. It's one-on-one tackle, and he makes a man miss. It's going to be a foot race, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. Not going to catch him.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. You had a chance. Almost had him in the backfield for a sack. He just gets it off, and then it looked like you almost were able to tip that pass, but once it got through, there was nobody on that side of the field defensively. He goes all the way for the touchdown.
So 20-7. Touchdown for the Indians there on that screen. 1:46 to go. The Wildcats will have a chance. Here's the extra point, snapback ball down. The kick is up and on the way. I don't think he missed. I think he missed it. Yep. It's going to be wide right. No good. 20-7 in favor of the Indians. We'll take another break and be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Coalgate Athletics.
And we're back here in Tishomingo for the final game of the season. This is a Week 10 Thursday night matchup between Coalgate and Tishomingo, as Tishomingo back on the board again after that 46-yard touchdown throw from Tishomingo. That was number 0, Justin Pollock.
Yeah, that was another short drive. 3 plays to cover 47 yards, ending with that 46-yard touchdown on the screen pass.
So the Wildcats will get the ball. They'll have 2 timeouts left, and they will get the ball coming out of half. So we want to see how aggressive the Wildcat offense wants to be here.
The way you've played on offense tonight, I think you're going to be pretty aggressive here, especially if you can get pretty good field position off this kick return.
The kicks have been fairly short, about the 30, 35-yard line. And that's way short. That's almost an onside kick. It's
basically
live,
is. I think the Wildcats got on it.
recovered it. I think that was Kyler Woods on the recovery.
Yeah, it looked like Ernest Smith, or not Ernest Smith, Jace Burris maybe kind of went through him a little bit initially, and then fortunately Kyler Woods able to get on it. So you've got good field position here.
I don't think it was meant to be an onside kick. I think he stuck his foot in the ground before he kicked it.
I think you're right. I think it was just a missed kick. It just kind of the way it happened, it wound up working basically like an onside kick. Fortunately, Wildcats are able to get on it. 1st and 10 from their own 45.
I think it caught Jace kind of as much a surprise as anybody. So 1:42 to go here.
I think with this field position, you'll definitely see the Wildcats be aggressive and go try to score.
Cornerbacks playing about 8 yards off the receivers. Split formation. Brown looking to throw under pressure, throws to the near side, caught by Loudermilk at the 50, makes a man miss at the 45 and steps out of bounds. Smart play there by your receiver, picks up about 13 yards down to about the 42-yard line. Nice play there from the far side of the field.
Yeah, that's a long throw. Good throw by Kobe Brown. Good job of taking advantage of what the defense is giving you. They were playing really off in that coverage. Good job of taking advantage of that and getting the first down throw.
Now 3 receivers to the left. As the clock is stopped because Loudermilk smartly stepped out of bounds. Not in a hurry here. Lots of time on the play clock. You've seen the Indians now playing with the deep safety, Blaine. We kind of moved that safety back. You're getting a lot of cushion.
Yeah, and as you do that potentially opens up some things in the running game.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily right now with the clock, but moving forward in the game.
Play clock at 5. Brown gets the snap. Looking to throw. Pump fakes. Throws it deep down the near side. He's hit as he's thrown. I think that altered the pass there. Brown comes up holding his left arm.
Another split second, they might have been able to get that ball out for a fumble. Fortunate to get it away when they did and just be an incompletion.
So that stops the clock with 1:29 to go.
Yeah, with still 2 timeouts and already at this position on the field, the clock's not really a big factor for you yet. You've still got 2 timeouts, minute 29. Really, the whole playbook is still really pretty well potentially open at this point.
Shotgun formation. Here's the play. Blitz coming, picked up. Going to take a shot deep down the middle of the field and just through the hands. And they're going to get pass interference. Look at that. I think you could have said that it was uncatchable.
But it wasn't that far out in front of him. There was enough contact to slow him down. I think that's a good call.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's going to push the ball all the way inside the 30.
Yeah, you're going to be down to the 28 after this pass interference.
With a ton of time on the clock and still 2 timeouts. Pass interference, that's the second pass interference of the evening.
Second drawn by Lackey as well. And really and truly, if he hadn't caught the touchdown, you might have seen the flag on it too if he hadn't caught it.
It's going to push it all the way to the 28-yard line. So the Wildcats with a fresh set of downs, still 2 timeouts, 1:23 to go here before halftime. The Wildcats trying to get on the board again. The Wildcats again will receive coming out to start the third quarter. Here's the play. Brown rolling to his right, looking. Now tries to tuck it and run. Tiptoes down the sidelines, picks up a couple of yards.
Man, he didn't see it. He had Stowe wide open in the middle of the field, just didn't see him.
They're going to give him 1.
Yeah,
down to the 27. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, did a good job, though, of not putting the ball in harm's way potentially.
And does get out of bounds.
And got out of bounds, save a timeout, save that clock. Minute 17, still 2 timeouts left, 2nd and 9 from the 27.
Like you said, the 2 timeouts, the middle of the field is still open. A running play is still on the table. They're going to throw it. Brown rolling to his right, hit as he's thrown, throws it out of bounds, falls incomplete.
Yeah,
so now 3rd and 9.
And I think it might actually be time, the way they're really starting to unload the box. 3rd and 9 here, it might be time to sneak in a draw play or something. in the running game. If you can block it up, as far as just get the defensive lineman blocked, you got a chance to hit something for a decent amount of yardage potentially, because they're really starting to lighten that box.
Here's a 3rd and 9.
But now they go
formation.
Going to bring a blitz, looks like, on this one.
Yeah, there's no safety across the top.
Slant with Grant.
Shotgun formation. Here's the play. Looking to throw. There's the slant, but the ball was high, and Stowe had to climb the ladder to get it. Falls incomplete. So big 4th and 9 here coming up. You really don't want to stall out here again for the Wildcats.
Had the right play call on, though. You had Stowe and Grant both running slants from those slot receiver positions. Kind of could have picked either one of them, really. Had a chance with a good throw to possibly hit either one of them, but now you got 4th and 9 from the 27.
3 receivers to the left. Stowe by himself, bottom of the screen. There is a high safety, but it is one-on-one coverage here to the near side. Shotgun formation, here's the snap. Looking to throw, has time, throws it across the middle, and it's intercepted at the 15, taken out about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think Colby never saw that man there. I think he kind of backed out of the box late. He thought he was not going to have a defender in that area, and as it was, he just didn't see him trying to hit Grant on the slant there. Really, it's not, kind of the same as the incompletion, though, really there. I think they gained maybe 2 yards over where you were. So not a bad interception, just trying to make a play happen. Just under a minute left. Got to definitely not let them get anything else on the board here, as they got 1st and 10 from their own 29.
Again, we've seen it all running plays tonight. Haven't really seen a lot of passing plays here tonight for the Indians. Alexander in at quarterback. It's another quick pass out to the far side. Caught at the 30. Lots of speed down the sidelines. Was able to get about 9 yards on that play. Inside the 45 down to the 43. Going to be about a yard shy. It'll be 2nd down. He did get out of bounds to stop the clock.
2nd about 2, looks like, from the 37. Want to try to, as much as you can here, get them tackled in bounds, make them have to spend a timeout or let the clock run, one or the other.
You don't want big plays. It's going to be a handoff to Burton. Runs up the middle. And has some room to run to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. It's a foot race, and you're not going to catch him. He's going to go into the end zone. No flags on the field. Touchdown, Indians.
Yeah, made one man miss. One man had a chance at him after a gain of about 5 or 6, and once he was able to juke that defender out, his speed, able to take it the rest of the way for into the end zone for another Tisch touchdown. 63 yards on that one.
26-7 now the score here right before halftime. Awaiting the extra point here for the Indians. It was a missed extra point the last time. His snapback gets blocked.
Blocked by Weston Lackey.
That's a dead ball. So again, missed extra point, 26-7. 40 seconds to go. We'll take another break. Be right back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here. This is Wildcat football presented by First Bank. Got about 40 seconds left here before halftime, 26-7. As you've kind of seen the second week here that the Wildcats have kind of let some things slip through their hands here right before halftime. It's now a 19-point lead here. The Wildcats will receive the ball here when they start the third quarter. It's a deep snap, fielded at the 20-yard line by Lackey, up to the 25, and he is head tackled at the 25-yard line. We're going to give him the 27.
Yeah, the deepest kick we've seen by far on the night by Tishomingo. Everything had been short up until that. Wildcats did a good job of being ready for that, though. Lackey able to get it, not a big return, but got about 5 yards out to the 20. They're going to end up putting it down at the 28. Be 1st and 10 from there.
Probably a little too far here to want to be too aggressive. 33 seconds on the clock. You do have 2 timeouts. Let's see what the Wildcats decide to do here offensively. Grant in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep to Davis. Grant cuts it back up the middle to the 35, to the 40. It's going to stop the clock momentarily all the way down to the 42-yard line.
And take a timeout. I think now you maybe get in go mode a little bit after that first down run all the way out to the 43. It's about a 15-yard run there on the jet sweep action to Davis Grant. Blocked up well on that right side. Gave him a good lane. And with being down already 26-7, you probably get a little more aggressive here now after that play on first down.
Ball at the 43-yard line. 27 seconds to go. Again, the Wildcats now with only 1 timeout left.
If nothing else, you at least take a couple deep shots. They have shown the propensity so far here tonight, Tishomingo has, to commit some pass interference penalties and get some free yards maybe out of that, even if you don't get some completions.
So just by the use of that word, propensity, you've just shown everybody that who is the smartest guy in this booth.
I don't know about that. I don't know that I could hook up all of the stuff you have to hook up.
That's the first time I've ever heard that word, propensity. I can't even say it.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, Cody.
I guess so. I think you look up the dictionary and try to find times to insert words.
I bring my thesaurus with me every thesaurus.
Shotgun formation here at the 43. Going to set up the screen to Davis Grant at the 40 to the 45 up to the 50. Does get a first down. Again, stops the clock momentarily down to the 45-yard line. 19 seconds on the clock. Wildcats have to be ready to snap the ball at ready. Ball at the 45-yard line. Here we go.
Hey, go,
Clock's
go,
running.
go.
15 seconds. Brown gets the snap, looking to throw. Going to take a deep shot down the near side, double team coverage, and it's intercepted at the 20. Just threw that ball up into double coverage. That was intended for Bryson Stowe. Intercepted at the 20-yard line, and the Indians will have the ball with 8 seconds. They're going to mark it at the 18.
Yeah, got to get aggressive in that situation, though, trying to hit a deep shot. And unfortunately, that one was into double coverage and picked off. As I'm sure at this point the Indians will probably run it one time, and you're going to have to make sure you tackle. Burton has shown the ability to take it to the house from wherever they are on the field. So
has
definitely
shown the propensity.
Got to get him down. That's right. He has. So got to get him on the ground here.
Shotgun formation at the 18. The Wildcats showing blitz. Hand off to Burton. He sheds a couple tackles up to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. It's now a foot race to the 50, to the 40. And tackled from behind by Davis Grant, but that does run the clock out again. No down is safe with Burton at the running back.
No, absolutely not. That's let's see, they're marking it. He went out at the 30, so that is about a 52-yard run there on the last play of the half. Doesn't hurt you, but, kind of scares you for a minute.
Scares you for a minute. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on the Flower Garden Halftime Show when we return right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
There is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Steubenville way.
Steubenville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and SteubenvilleChevrolet.com.
And Steubenville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And SteubenvilleFord.net.
The Steubenville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden halftime show. The Flower Garden will help you kick off any special occasion, both big and small, with an array of floral options. You can customize your own arrangements or save your stress and let our experts do it for you. You can call Leslie and the girls at 927-9100. As Blaine has some first half stats.
Yeah, first half stats for the Wildcats. Offensively, 11 first downs, 14 carries for 51 yards, 14 out of 26 throwing the ball for 125 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. They are 4 out of 10 on third down, 1 of 4 on fourth down. Some individual stats. Weston Lackey, 3 catches for 37 yards and a touchdown. Bryson Stowe, 7 carries for 15 yards, 2 catches for 2 yards. As we go on through here, Colby Brown, 14 out of 26, 125 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Easton Loudermilk, 4 catches for 21 yards. Davis Grant, 3 carries for 17 yards, 5 catches for 65 yards. For Tishomingo offensively, only 9 first downs, but that's because they've had so many big chunk plays. They have 17 carries for 241 yards, and I don't keep individual stats on the other team, but I would venture just guesstimating Burton probably has right around 200 yards rushing in that first half. They're 5 out of 7 throwing the ball for 78 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. They did lose 1 fumble. They have 4 penalties for 40 yards. They're 3 out of 5 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. So that is offensively for Tishomingo. That's 319 total yards of offense in the first half.
Yeah, and it's been big plays. It's been chunk plays.
Big chunk plays.
We've seen a couple of times Burton get loose up the middle. We've seen Burton get hit in the backfield on that big third down play right here in front of us.
Yeah, and I feel like that was kind of the turning point in this game. It was 14-7. That was a 3rd down and 3 play, and you had him dead to rights in the backfield potentially for a 2-yard loss to make it 4th and 5, and you just didn't wrap up, and you let him get away, and he goes for a touchdown. Or maybe, he didn't go for a touchdown on that, but he went for about 30 yards on a first down. So that really kind of shifted the momentum. You had a chance if you could have got a stop there and got the ball back. You kind of had all the momentum on your side at that point. Kind of really changed the complexion of this game, really and truly.
So and we've seen Coalgate drive the field. Like you've seen them, but they've stalled out. What you said on four fourth downs that have been stalled out.
They've turned it over on downs 3 times and then have the 2 interceptions, both in the Indians' end of the field. You've had 5 drives inside the Tishomingo 30-yard line.
The Wildcats haven't punted.
No, haven't punted. You have 176 yards of offense.
Yeah.
That's a good first half in high school football offensively, 176 yards. That's a 350-yard pace for the game. You're just not getting it done on the defensive side so far, and you're not getting it done as far as execution down in the red zone plus just a little bit into the field. You're just not consistently getting it done, getting turned away in that position. It's kind of the story of this game so far.
So you got to figure here the Wildcats will get the ball coming out at halftime, but you kind of feel like you need to score on this first possession.
That's a must-score drive. You're down 19. You got to get 6 on that first drive coming out of half to give yourself a chance at making a comeback. If you don't score on that first possession, it's going to be awfully difficult to hold them enough times and get enough possessions even really to make a comeback.
Because we've just seen the Indians, there's just been one punt, 2 punts. The Indians have punted once. There's just been one punt in the entire game. So, again, you talked about, and we talked before the game started, this is a much improved Indian offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And you were probably going to have – we thought that you may be in a track meet.
Kind of be a shootout.
You've kind of got to score. And the Wildcats have shown that they can move the ball because they have moved the ball. They've been in the Indian territory on all 5 drives tonight. It's just they've sputtered out, like you said, in that end zone or red zone
between
plus
the 20
territory.
and 30 has been where most of those drives have ended. And I feel like something you found kind of late in that first half that you're probably going to have to lean on a little bit is when you try to run the ball, it's probably going to have to be more in the form of those jet sweeps with either Grant or Stowe. That has been what has worked by far the best running the football so far tonight. You're going to have to do that enough to keep the defense honest and then keep slinging it around. When you throw deep, most of the time good things have happened other than that very last interception. You've either hit completions or you've gotten, 3 pass interferences? I know at least 2.
2, yeah.
2 big pass interferences, so you're going to have to take your shots, I feel like.
And, for defensively for the Indians, they know that you're in throw mode now. They're going to probably more than likely drop that deep safety. So those inside slants may not be there like they were if they continue to drop 1, maybe 2 safeties, if they know you're going to be in throw mode. So maybe, like you said, that jet sweep, something close to the line of scrimmage to make them honor.
That and screens is what you're going to have to do if they come in that alignment and kind of get them back into maybe walking those safeties down, and then you try to hit it deep again.
It's not over. It's definitely not over for the Wildcats. You've got a whole half to play. But you kind of feel like you're in go mode now. Like you feel like 26 points. That probably needs to be about all they've scored. And we've seen the Wildcats shut out offenses. Comanche for 1 in the second half. Comanche, they scored once, didn't they?
No, they
didn't score at all. They didn't score at all in the second half. So you've seen defensively.
Yeah, you've got the ability to do it. I do think Tishomingo has something that some of those other teams you've done that to don't have, and that's a really good athlete in the backfield in Burton at the running back position. It's something that it's a little bit different than what you faced with Comanche for sure, just athletic-wise.
And so now, since the Indians have a big lead here, a 19-point lead, you're probably going to see a lot of Burton here in the second half. And that's kind of scary for the Wildcat defense that at any point Burton can break it loose and go to the house. We talked about wrapping up, making sure tackling. And we've seen a couple of big misses for the Wildcats defensively that have resulted in big plays.
Yeah.
Because of not wrapping up, shoulder tackling.
Yeah, you gotta be more sound fundamentally in that aspect for sure. And, yeah, like you said, that is kind of a scary aspect of where this game is score is going to dictate an even heavier dose probably of Burton. Yeah. You're going to have to figure out a way to contain him much better than you did in the first half.
Yep. So this is the Flower Garden halftime show. We've got about 16 minutes left here as the pride of the Indian Nation is doing their halftime performance here in Tishomingo. It is senior night. We'll take a break and be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden halftime show. 14:20 to go here at halftime. The Indians lead at 26-7 as we went over some first half stats. Really no games, not a whole lot of games being played tonight. There are 3 games in Class 2A Division II. Vian and Valiant are really number 2, number 3, but Valiant getting shut out at halftime, 31-0 by Vian. So Valiant kind of getting, I guess, put in their place there. That's for the district title over there in that district. And then Alva playing Newkirk up in the Northwest. Those are the only 3 games in Class 2A Division II tonight. Everybody else playing tomorrow. Again, this game tonight has no playoff bearings, but it is for final placings in the district. Again, this is the second year of this particular classification. We'll find out in a couple of months if there's going to be any type of reshuffling. Usually every 2 years, whether Coalgate stays in 2A Division II or does drop to Class A, you got to figure you're always expecting 1 or 2 new district opponents. There's usually shuffling the deck somewhere. So we'll wait till January, I believe, to find out where the Wildcats will end up next year.
Yeah, I think what I've heard is January we'll find out the classes, and maybe February the districts within those classes. So, you've been for a lot of years, really. You've been one of these smallest schools in 2A. So definitely hopeful that maybe you can go from being that to maybe being one of the biggest schools in A. Or at the very least, maybe if you stay in 2A, maybe the districts reshuffle and maybe they get a little bit more evened out balance-wise, because this district is brutal. It really is. I mean, you got 4 of the top 8, 9, 10 teams in the state are all in this one district. It's, pretty tough to have to go against all the time.
Yeah, this district, you're going to have 4 teams finish at 500 or better.
And
the top 4 teams, and those 4 teams, we were talking to Coach Cater before the game, there's a potential that this district could go 4-0 in the first round of the playoffs. And that's given either Beggs or Dibble at the 4 seed having to go to Stroud. That's not an easy first-round matchup for Stroud. I wouldn't be happy if I had to play Beggs or Dibble first round.
I would say, obviously, nobody really, puts, lines or anything on high school games. But if I was just betting, I would bet our district would be favored in 3 of the 4 games, and probably not a huge underdog in that 4-1 game with Stroud.
Yeah.
It definitely wouldn't be just a huge shock for the district to go 4-0 in the first round.
Yep.
I think it would almost be a shock if they didn't go at least 3-1.
3-1 with Davis, Holdenville. From what I've seen, I thought Beggs was a little better than Dibble.
I did too. Last week Dibble was without probably their best player. Their star running back was out last week against us. I think if he doesn't play against Beggs, I think they've got a tough time trying to beat Beggs. That game's at Beggs too.
Yeah.
And Beggs really kind of seems like one of those teams that you can go and look at their scores. They're a different team at home. They're a much better football team at home than they are on the road. I think that's going to be a tough game for Dibble. Beggs has got a lot of athletes. I kind of think Beggs probably ends up winning that game and winds up the 3 seed, and Dibble probably winds up the 4, having to go to Stroud.
Yeah, that's obviously the game of the week.
Where's the 3 going to go? Do you know? Who's second in that district up there?
I can look if you'll
Hennessy,
chat it up.
maybe? Hennessy's in that district. I think they've been having a pretty good year. It might be Hennessy.
The 3 is Cassidy.
No, but the 2 is
the
Hennessy.
2 is Hennessy.
So the winner
of
of the Dibble Beggs game will go to Hennessy more than likely.
Yeah. Coach Hill, the defense coordinator at Hennessy, was at Coalgate the last couple of years, or before Cater.
Yeah, the previous head
coach went back to Hennessy. They're 6-3, 5-1 overall in that district. Looking down at Class 2A Division II District 4, where Atoka is. Atoka's eliminated from playoffs with a loss last week to Antlers. Again, you had Vian and Valiant playing tonight. That has been all Vian, 31-0 at halftime. So you're going to have Vian 1, Valiant 2. Antlers
play
this week. They play Spyro, I believe. Yeah. So Spyro is not good. Spyro is 0-9.
Yeah.
Antlers should finish 3.
Right, as long as they win by 15 or more, and they should against Spyro, they finish 3rd.
Wilburton plays Morris. So you've got 2 teams. You've got Antlers and Wilburton 3 and 4 playing the last 2 bottom teams. So both of those Antlers and Wilburton should get their 15
points. And you have a 3-way tie right now. Henrietta in there as well, but Henrietta in 3rd out of that tie-off district points, and you probably think with who the others are playing, it's probably going to stay exactly like it is, more than likely.
So the 3-4-5 seed or 3-4-5 placings in that district play 6, 7, 8.
Right.
So you've got to imagine Antlers, Wilburton, and Henrietta all trying to win by 15 points tonight.
Yeah,
tomorrow night.
Henrietta's got to win by 15 or more and hope that either Antlers or Wilburton does not.
Yeah, because those district points are all within 6 points of each other.
Yeah, what's Henrietta at? -5?
-5.
So Henrietta's got to win by 15 and hope that Wilburton or Antlers 1 wins by only like 8 or 9.
9, yep. So, I mean, there's still some jockeying going on across the district. Atoka pretty well locked into that 6th spot there in that district over there in the east side of the state.
Yeah, because even if one of those bottom teams pulled an upset to tie them in record, Atoka has head-to-head tiebreakers over both Morris and Spyro. So Atoka's pretty well locked into the 6th spot over there.
Yep. Got about 8 minutes left here in the Flower Garden halftime show. We will take another break. When we return, we'll talk about something else right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden halftime show. About 6 minutes and 20 seconds left here to go at halftime as the Indians of Tishomingo lead the Wildcats of Coalgate 26-7 here. And what was close early on, it kind of fizzled out there for the Wildcats. A couple of big plays there with just a few minutes or a couple of minutes on the clock. Again, that big play, that big third down play here at midfield where Burton was able to kind of sneak out of the grasps of a couple of tacklers from the Wildcats and pick up a big 30 yards. Kind of changed things there in the second quarter. But moving on, we'll talk about a little bit about the college football playoff rankings this week. Come out the first rankings with Ohio State, Indiana, and A&M, the top 3 seeds. For me, those 3, you could put them either way. I'm good either way with any of them 3 teams for me.
Yeah, I think there's 2 ways of looking at it. You know, you can look at who's actually done the most so far, or you can look at just eye test who you think's the best. I think eye test, I probably agree with that order. If you want to go off of like merit of who's actually done the most so far, I think Indiana and A&M have probably done more than Ohio State.
I think Indiana has the best win at Eugene against Oregon of the 3 teams.
And A&M probably has the second best at Notre Dame.
Oregon ranked number 9, Notre Dame ranked number 10. So, again, that's your 2 best wins.
Honestly, though, within that top 12, there's not a lot that I can really, argue or get upset about.
Yeah.
My only thing, eye test-wise, that Notre Dame looks pretty good, but what does Notre Dame have for a good win at this point? I don't know. But eye test, they do look better than Texas or OU, so I can live with that.
BYU, Texas Tech playing this weekend out in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Or this
game day going to Lubbock for the first time since 2008, I believe.
I think it's an 11 o'clock kickoff. They weren't too happy with people in Lubbock getting an 11 o'clock kickoff. They wanted
that place at night is scary.
They wanted the night game is what they wanted out at Lubbock. So BYU kind of catching a little break there, I think. Getting an 11 o'clock kickoff there in Lubbock.
Me and Mr. Burnett earlier today were looking at Big 12 standings, and, BYU still has to play Texas Tech and Cincinnati both. If BYU were to drop both of those games, you could potentially have like a huge logjam of like 3, 4, 5 teams tied for that second spot to get into the conference championship game. It could get kind of wild.
All the way down to TCU. That's 7 teams with 2 losses. All the way down to TCU. If
BYU's BYU's kind of in a position that as long as they win one of those 2 games between Texas Tech and Cincinnati, they'll be in the conference championship game.
Yep.
They just kind of can't afford to lose them both.
You want to scroll all the way down and see who's in last?
No, we know that, Cody. We don't have to scroll to know that is our Cowboys in last place.
Yeah, BYU, Cincinnati at 3.
And Cincinnati's the surprise team in the Big 12 I think people thought they were going to be improved, but to be all the way up there tied for second place right now, I don't think many people thought they would be that improved.
Yeah.
And Houston as well. Houston down there at 4th, at 4-2, kind of the same thing. People thought they were going to be better, but I don't think anybody thought they were going to be quite as good as they have turned out to be.
You kind of look down toward the middle of the pack. You got Kansas State, obviously didn't meet expectations this year. Iowa State didn't meet expectations this year. Colorado didn't meet expectations this year.
Yeah, and Iowa State's the one that's kind of hard to wrap your mind around. They started 5-0.
Yeah.
They've lost 4 straight.
Yeah, you don't see that from Coach Campbell. I mean, you don't really see a lot of 4-game losing streaks in Iowa State.
Do that.
This is usually the time of the year where they kind of turn things around.
They're normally a team that maybe starts a little slow, and they normally get better as the year goes on.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the Big 12 standings. We'll take another break. We got 2 minutes left here in halftime. We'll take another break. Be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here, just probably going to put a couple more minutes back on the clock, I would imagine, as Coalgate has made their way back to the field. Tishomingo has as well. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock here, but looks like both
Wildcats
teams
will receive the ball here to start the third quarter. Looks like we're going to play it as it is. Again, a rare Thursday night game. Get 2 Thursday night games this year, Blaine.
Yeah, fall break and this one. We did that a couple of years ago, too. I think not last year, but maybe the year before, we had to go to Holdenville on a Thursday night because of
was it
official
rain,
shortage.
or was it officials?
It was either officials or maybe their fall break was a week earlier than ours. I think that's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
Their
yeah.
fall break was a week earlier than ours, and so we played on Thursday night for them.
Yep.
And played 2 straight Thursday night games that year.
That's right. That was back-to-back Thursday night games. 26-7 here as we start the third quarter. Wildcats again will receive the ball in what will more than likely be a kind of a must-score drive here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, going to be a gotta-have-it drive here to start. And really, I don't know that you change just a whole lot offensively. You move the ball well in the first half. You've just got to execute better once you get inside the Tishomingo 30. That's kind of been the spot that you get there and drives stall out. Just got to find a way to execute better once you get in that spot on the field, but move the ball pretty well outside of that.
I don't know what we're waiting on here. Both teams are ready to play.
Yeah, they're getting set now, getting everybody out there.
Coalgate will be going left to right on your radio dial. So looking at the schedule, these two teams actually played 7 common opponents this year. All of the district teams and then Antlers.
And Antlers, that's right. They played Antlers too.
So a lot of common opponents here between these two teams, which is usually the case between these two schools. These two schools kind of mirror each other in Tishomingo and Coalgate. Here's the kickoff, fielded, picked up at the 25 by Lackey. Head full of steam up to the middle, to the 35, up to the 40. And a nice return by Lackey inside the 40, down to the 43-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will start in pretty good field position here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, nice return by Lackey, about 20 yards on that return. Some good blocking out in front for him. Good, tough finish to the run. They kind of contacted him about the 35, really, and kind of drug the pile forward for 8 more yards out to the 43. Wildcats take over, start out the second half, 1st and 10 from their own 43.
We starting on the far hash. Lackey, the lone receiver to the near side. It's going to be a handoff to Stowe, trying to get to the right edge. Still trying to get to the edge and finally cuts it upfield and hurdles a man at the 45 down to the 50. Got right to the sideline and planted his foot and went north and south. They're going to mark him at the 50-yard line. Picks up 7.
Yeah, good.
2nd and 3.
Good first down run there by Stowe, using his speed to get to the edge, and then got a really nice block on the edge by Kyler Woods, who started that play lined up basically at tight end on the near side of the field, and he got out there, got a nice pancake block on the edge to give Stowe some room to get that 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 from midfield.
You've got Loudermilk lined up on the line of scrimmage as well as Kyler Woods, kind of at that tight end position. Here's a quick pass down the near side to Lackey, and it is one-handed caught. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the show, freshman receiver Weston Lackey. Sticks that long arm out, and he one arm catches that at the 15-yard line.
Nice play.
What a catch.
They're going to mark it at the 14. That's a 36-yard gain. Just got the one-on-one coverage. Nice throw by Colby Brown, laying it up there, and then the one-handed catch. Told the defender, you got mossed for a 36-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the 14.
Same formation. Brown gets the snap. Going to be a quarterback keeper around the near side to the 10, cuts back to the middle to the 5, and it's where he's going to be taken down right at the 5-yard line. That's a good first down run. It's going to be about a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, good play on kind of the quarterback draw, quarterback sweep out to the right edge. Good blocking on the edge. Picks his way for about 8 or 9 yards. It's like they set it down at the 6, so it's an 8-yard gain on first down. So 2nd and 2 from the 6 coming up.
We talked about the Wildcats really needing to score here, and they're in prime territory here now at the Indian 6-yard line. Just took about a minute and a half to do it. Handoff Stowe, met at the line of scrimmage. I think he got across the 5.
Yeah, he's either going to have the first down or be just shy of it. Nice cut in the hole that time by Stowe to get the yardage that he got, as there was an Indian there waiting for him. Kind of jump cut, got just inside the 5. I think he's just about a yard shy of the first down.
Mark it about a yard short, be 3rd and 1 from the Indian 5-yard line. Shotgun formation for Brown. Gets the snap, bobbles the snap, still on the ground, and the Indians are going to pick it up, and they're going to run with it. There's nobody to catch him. It's a foot race to the 50, to the 45, to the 30, to the 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Indians. 95-yard fumble recovery touchdown.
Yeah, just at the wrong time to have that happen. Bobbled the snap and then probably tried to do a little too much and tried to pick it up instead of just falling on it. And once he wasn't able to get it cleanly on the pickup, the Indians picked it up and able to run it all the way back. Good effort, good hustle by Davis Grant, running hard, trying to catch him the whole time, but he wasn't able to do it. Just got to him right at the goal line pretty much. Just an unfortunate way to start this second half after it looked like you were going to get back in the game.
32-7. As that escalated quickly here for the Wildcats. Again, like you talked about, ball was spotted at the 5-yard line. It was 3rd and 1. Now awaiting the extra point here for the Indians. Snap back ball down. The kick is up. It's on the way, and it is good. So the Indians strike first, 33-7, 9.5 minutes to go here in the third. We'll take our first break here in the second half on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
And we're back here in Tishomingo after that 95-yard fumble recovery touchdown for the Indians as they've really extended the lead out 33-7. 9.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats awaiting the kickoff here. It's a short line drive kick right to Lackey at the 25-yard line, up to the 30, and wrestled down from behind at the 32.
Yeah, better coverage that time by Tishomingo than the kickoff before, not letting Lackey have as much room as they get him down right around the 32-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32. Weston Lackey's had a big night tonight, though, for Wildcats. If you're trying to find a bright spot, he's now up to 4 catches for 73 yards and that touchdown in the first half.
So shotgun formation is you've got Loudermilk on the left side on the line of scrimmage, Woods to the right side on the line of scrimmage. It's quarterback keeper up the middle. That's Brown up to the 40, tackled down from behind, and we're going to get a horse collar. That'll be 15 more yards.
Yeah, and I think he had the first down as he's just out past the 42. Add another 15 to it. That's going to end up being about a 25-yard play.
Really kind of the first time we've seen Brown be deliberate on that run.
Yeah, made a good cut in the middle, too. Kind of a good jump cut.
Yeah.
Good run there by Colby Brown.
So that's going to move the ball inside the 50, inside the 45, down to the 43.
Yeah, big play to start the drive. Got a first down and another 15 yards on top of it, 25 yards to kind of kickstart your drive. Wildcats, like you said, coming out with the 2 tight end formation, something they haven't done a whole lot this year. It's been pretty successful so far here in the second half.
Lackey to the near side, Grant to the far side. Handoff Stowe up the middle to the 40, to the 35, back to the middle, still on his feet to the 30, inside the 30 down to the 29. Another big gain there by Bryson Stowe.
Yeah,
moves the chains again.
Nice run, good blocking by that left side of the offensive line, and Loudermilk at tight end on that left side, giving him some room to run. Getting 14 yards on that play, make it 1st and 10 from the Indian 29. Getting to this part of the field has not been the problem. You got to finish once you get down here now.
Yeah, the Wildcats have not punted tonight, but only have 7 points to show for. Stowe, head full of steam up the middle, inside the 20 to the 15. Another big gain by Bryson Stowe. Down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, more good blocking by the interior of the line there, getting him that good hole, good push up the middle. 16 more yards on that one. Make it 1st and 10 from the 13. Good run.
8.5 minutes to go here in the third. Shotgun formation. Another handoff. Bryson Stowe, though, he's met in the backfield by Alexander, the Indians. You're going to give him about a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, better defended that time by the Indians, staying at home there on that play and able to get him down after just a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 12 coming up.
Same formation, 2 tight end set. Colby Brown gets the snap. Quick pass, deep throw, back corner of the end zone, and it's broken up. That was a good throw and a good attempt there by Weston Lackey to try to high point that football, but it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good throw, good attempt at the catch, just better defense that time. Indians starting to kind of shade that safety over towards Lackey's side. He was able to get over there and help break that one up. Make it 3rd and 9 from the 12. Definite 4-down territory. Got 2 plays to pick up these 9 yards.
Shotgun formation, 3rd and 9. Jet sweep handoff to Stowe, and he's met in the backfield, and he's going to lose about a yard.
Yeah,
tries to get to that left edge and does not.
Yeah, Indians did a good job of setting the edge, stringing that one out, and forcing him to try to cut back inside, and that gave enough time for the rest of the Indian defense to rally to the football and get him down for, looks like, about a 2-yard loss back to the 14. It'll be 4th and 11 from the 14.
Yeah, and they can get a first down. They got to get to about the 3. Shotgun play. Rolling to his right. Just throws it up into the end zone, and it's batted down, incomplete. Easton Loudermilk, Kyler Woods were all in that area. That was just a desperation throw on fourth down. You had to do it. Nobody was open, good coverage on the backside, and another offensive drive that kind of stalls out inside the 20. Another turnover on downs for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's been the bugaboo tonight. You get down in that position and then just can't finish. It's unfortunate. Like you said, really good defense on that play, good coverage, but just nothing there, nowhere to go with the football, and the Indians take over 1st and 10 from their own 14. Wildcats now up to 267 yards of offense on the night, but just 7 points to show for it.
Shotgun formation, and the Wildcats jump off sides. Be a 5-yard penalty against the Wildcats.
Yeah, so after that, the Indians will have 1st and 5 from their own 19.
$7:13 to go here in the third quarter. It's 33-7. Here comes a blitz, throwing away from the blitz to the near side, and he makes a man miss to the 25 to the 30, and finally ridden down from behind by Ethan Nelson and Reed Abels. And that was Lucas Franklin, but we got a flag coming in late. I think they may get the Wildcats on a little bit of excessive.
Yeah, the play had taken it out to the 35 for a 16-yard gain. We'll see what the penalty is.
I think that was a frustration play there on Franklin. Flag was thrown well after the play was over. Probably going to tack 15 yards on top of this. Play was all the way out to the 35. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats. That's going to put the football all the way right at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, like you said, just frustration on that one. Didn't see exactly what he did, but after the play and drew the 15-yard penalty, now it's 1st and 10 at midfield.
And there's another 5-yard penalty as things are really starting to unravel here for the Wildcats. It's about 2.5 minutes in the second quarter. The Wildcats have really done nothing but shoot themselves in the foot. Another 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 5.
It's 19-0 Tishomingo in just about the last 7 or 8 minutes of game time.
Direct snap to Burton. He dances around in the backfield. Now back to the near side and finally ridden down from behind Davis Grant. But Burton, I believe, got right at the line to gain.
Yeah, I think that should be a first down.
Needed the 40. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 40. That's going to move the chains and another first down for the Indians.
Yeah, he's a really good athlete. He's hard to get down without gaining some decent yardage. Davis Grant did a good job of hanging with it and staying with him, but picked up the 5 yards he needed for the first down.
6:15 to go here in the third. The Indians trying to put an exclamation point here on this game as they're now at the Coalgate 40-yard line. Alexander rolling to his right, looking to throw. Far side, and it goes out of bounds, way over the head of the intended receiver.
Yeah, and there was good coverage on that play. Stowe was right with the receiver. Didn't really have anywhere to go with it anyway, and threw it well over everybody's head out of bounds for the incompletion. Be 2nd and 10 from the 40.
Again, haven't really seen Alexander, which he hasn't needed to tonight.
No, all their completions
doesn't feel comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah,
throwing the football.
Everything's right at the line of scrimmage pretty much in the passing game.
There's another pass attempt, setting up the screen, and he's tackled immediately. That was Culp, taken down by Walker Weston.
It's a good play by Weston, sniffing that screen out immediately there in the middle of that defensive line and getting him down after just a 2-yard gain to make it 3rd and 8 from the 38.
In prime 2-down territory here at the Coalgate 38-yard line. Again, shotgun formation. It's going to be another handoff to Burton, dancing around in the backfield. And finally, shoestring tackled. I believe it was Jace Burris who initially was able to slow down Burton. Picked up about a yard. It's going to be fourth and 7 coming up here for the Indians.
Yeah, much better time that job by the Wildcats of wrapping up and hanging on after just a 1 yard gain there.
The Indians with a lot of pace here, trying to get that another offside penalty. Wildcats a little more disciplined there on that play. Here's a 4th down and 7 coming up here for the Indians. Shotgun formation, Alexander gets it. Handoff Burton, gets the right edge to the 35 to the 30, and is pushed out of bounds. I believe it's Jet Walkup at about the 25-yard line. Has the first down.
Yeah, once he got the edge, there was no stopping him from getting the first down with his speed. Once he got outside of the containment, he winds up going for about 11 yards there. They mark him at 26. That'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 26 for the Indians.
Indians slowing things up here with a 33-7 lead. Alexander looking to pass, being chased down from behind, and a sack by Weston Lackey. Lackey having himself quite a bit of good game here. I'd say probably his breakout game here in the final game of the season of his freshman year. Already with a touchdown catch. Now a big sack.
Yeah, it's an 8-yard loss on that sack. And good thing that he had that pressure because they had a man wide open. Jace Burris had to shift out from linebacker to cover a receiver in the slot, and that man was wide open down the sidelines. Good thing Lecky got the pressure.
Alexander looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Under pressure. We've got a flag.
I think you're
going to be a hold. It's going to come back.
Fumble.
The ball's on the ground, but the Indians do recover at the 32. But a flag was thrown way deep behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I got to figure it's probably a hold with where it's thrown. Flag setting just between the 40 and the 41-yard line.
This would be a huge loss if they.
Now they're marking it down. It's on the Wildcats, whatever it was.
I guess it's against the Wildcats.
I think they just walked the wrong way to begin with. Now they're coming back.
See, they're confused about directions in Tishomingo as well. So it's a 10-yard from the line of scrimmage, though the flag was thrown about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but
the ball is all the way back.
Yeah, I guess he was at the line of scrimmage when he started walking.
Yep. All the way back to the 43-yard line of Coalgate. So it's second and we'll say about a mile and a half for the Indians. Shotgun formation. Handoff Burton. Stiff arms Hemphill. Now bounces to the outside of the 40 to the 35 to the 30 down the sideline. And another flag late coming in at the 30-yard line.
Didn't see what happened there at the 30. He ends up getting all the way down to, looks like they have him marked at the 21 or 20 at the moment, and he's down.
Yeah. Burton is hurt. Burton was tackled from behind, but now he jumps up. Is able to walk off the field. It is going to be against the Indians.
Yeah, it was either another hold or blocking back. Looks
it
like
is a hold against the Indians. I believe it's 10
thrown
yards.
At the 30. It ought to be 10 yards from the 30.
The spot.
Ball should come back to the 40-yard line.
Which would just end up being about a 3-yard gain.
Or they may be saying 29. Yeah, they're going to say the 29.
The 29.
So it should be at the 39 when they're done.
Well, this offensive possession has come to a screeching halt.
Yeah, this game had been relatively clean penalty-wise until this possession. A lot of flags on this possession, a penalty on the Wildcats, and then I believe that's, 3 now on Tishomingo on this possession?
And still seeing the Indians being very aggressive, a lot of pass plays. Though, again, we haven't seen Alexander be too successful throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah, it is now, after all of these penalties, it is still second down. It's 2nd and 23 from the 39.
Shotgun formation. Culp now in the backfield with Alexander. It's going to be a handoff to Culp. He's got a lot of speed. Lowers his shoulder, gets up to about the 35. That's where they're going to mark him. Picks up about 4. Be 3rd and 20.
Yeah, good job of getting him on the ground pretty quickly there defensively after a gain of just about 4. It'll be 3rd and 19 from the 35.
2.5 minutes to play here in the third. Obvious 2-down territory. Don't think you would punt it here from the 39, 34.
No, not a lot of room to try to punt at that point.
Empty backfield. Now a man in motion. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Alexander by himself going to take a deep shot down the middle of the field, and it is broken up by Davis Grant. Good play there to recover. That pass was intended for number 2, Aiden Orr, junior receiver.
Yeah, that's good coverage there by Davis Grant. He was kind of beaten initially, but used his speed to recover and make up for that, and then timed it up really well to not commit pass interference, but get his hand in there and knock that ball away. Good play.
So 4th and 19 coming up, ball spotted at the Coalgate 35-yard line. You know, and as strange as it is to say, hand it off to your running back, and there's a decent shot he's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, the way they've ran it tonight, for sure.
Shotgun formation, Alexander's going to throw it. Throws it, has a man wide open, but through the hands. I believe if he caught it, Blaine, he might have had enough for the first down.
I think he would have got the first down.
That was just a high pass. Alexander really was uncomfortable in the backfield, and let's sail that ball high. It's a turnover on downs for the Indians.
Yeah, just not real accurate on that one. Receiver got his hands on it, but not a real accurate throw, not in a easy position to catch, and Wildcats will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 35. Looks like you're going to have Davis Grant at quarterback now.
Davis Grant going to be in at quarterback. Bryson Stowe flanking him to his right. Grant gets the snap. Handoff to Stowe, and he's met way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a 5-yard loss. As these defensive ends are able to really contain that edge, as Stowe is really trying to get to the edge.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by the defensive end, not really committing one way or the other to the quarterback or the running back at the mesh point, and able to kind of string that one out and get Stowe down for a loss of 5, 2nd and 15 from the 30.
So we did talk about how the wind wasn't going to be an issue. Well, the wind's picked up, blowing into the face of the Wildcats. Grant going to tuck it and run, keep it himself, gets up to the 40, or excuse me, the 35. Does get that lost yardage back. So it will be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 from the Coalgate 35-yard line.
Yeah, just kind of quarterback scramble all the way really on that one. Picked his way for 5 yards to get that lost yardage from first down back, but now it's 3rd and 10 from the 35.
Again, the Wildcats really using this 2 tight end set. Now empty backfield for Davis Grant. Blitz coming. Grant hit as he's thrown, and it's intercepted at the 45. At the 40, to the far side, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. And we're going to have 2 late flags coming in. I think we're going to have a block in the back against the Indians. Grant was hit as he's thrown the football.
Yeah, I think he was going to potentially have a man. Like you said, he got hit as soon as he was releasing that ball, and it came out kind of a dead duck because of that. And Indians able to take advantage and pick it off. See what the flag is on the run back here. He got back down to the 16.
Yep. The flag was thrown about the 20, and it looked like that. It looked blocking the backish to me from here, but it's on the far side of the field. And my eyesight just isn't as good as it used to be.
I'm right there with you. I saw some guys go flying across there, but Really couldn't tell whether it was a block in the back or exactly what had happened. We'll get the call here. Eventually.
Whatever it is against the Indians.
I think it was a block in the back.
It's a 10-yard penalty back to the 32-yard line. So it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which the flag was thrown at the 22. So that's a difference of about 16 yards.
Yeah. So after all that, the Indians take back over after the interception. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 32. And that is the 4th turnover of the night.
So that's what this third quarter has gotten really kind of ugly aesthetically watching. Going to be a handoff to Burton. He's shoestring tackled, and he's not letting go. I think that's Jace Burris.
Yeah, Burris had him low, and then Loudermilk kind of finished him off up high as Burris was hanging on. Good job to hang on there. And done a lot better job for the most part on Burton in this third quarter.
Yeah.
It's been a lot better than the first half. I think he's got loose once or twice, but one of those got called back on a hold. Just got a yard on that one.
Should be the final play of the quarter, and it will be. It's 33-7 here as we start the final frame of the 2025 football season. Stick around. We'll be back right after this on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here as we start the fourth quarter. (33-7). The ball spotted at the Coalgate 31-yard line as the Indians will have the football.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd down and 9 here from the 31 to start the fourth quarter.
Indians now left to right on your radio dial. Alexander's shotgun formation. Now the receivers break out. Two to the left. Burton still in the backfield with Alexander. It's going to be a handoff to Burton. He gets through the blitz, sheds a tackle at the 25 to the 20, and finally tackled from behind by Ethan Nelson. Does move the chains all the way out to the 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
That
was one the linebackers, they moved, they spread everybody out, got the safety spread, and then the Wildcats blitzed linebackers, and once he made it through that wave on the linebacker blitz, there was just nobody home.
Yep. That's what Burton does. Very, very elusive. Be another handoff. He sheds a tackle in the backfield, but then he's wrapped up. Kyler Woods and again Ethan Nelson. Seems like we've called Ethan Nelson's name a lot on defense tonight. Really the last couple of games. Playing well from his defensive line position.
Yeah, really nice job there by Nelson and Loudermilk getting in there, getting him down for no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 17.
Alexander rolling to his left, now going to throw back to the right. Hasculp has a hole full of room to run, but a good play there by Hemphill. touchdown saving tackle at the 10. Just able to get a paw on Culp and pull him down.
Yeah, it's a big play. They had that screen set up really well, and Hemphill was the only guy out there with a chance. Good job of getting him down in the open field. Not an easy tackle at all to make. It's a gain of 7, but that'll make it 3rd down and 3 from the 10. You know, just thinking, looking forward to next year, you lose some guys on defense in Woods and Stowe and Hemphill, but you got a lot of the core of this defense back next year. They've taken their lumps, but should be better for it next year.
Wide receiver screen out to the far side, caught at the 10. Stiff arms a man, tiptoes down the sideline. Does he get in? I think they're going to mark him out just shy of the end zone. Still waiting to see where they mark him out.
Yeah, I think
about
they're marking him about the 1. Yeah, they're putting it at the 1.
But we got a flag. There's a flag on the far side over there where the play ended. So right now they do have a 1st down to the 1.
Yeah, if it's a hold or something, it could come back as far as the 1st down. If it's something after the play on Tishomingo, it would still be a 1st down.
I wonder if it's a face mask on the runner. Like they grabbed a hold. It looked like they were trying to stiff arm Davis Grant, and I wonder if they're not going to get him for a face mask.
And that's possible. We'll see. That is exactly what it is.
Yep, that's what it is.
Good spot. You was talking about your eyesight not being what it once be. That's a good catch.
Yeah, blind hog theory right there. So that's a 15-yard penalty.
But now I believe.
But I think since they got the 1st down.
Well, I don't know though, because that's in the action of the play.
That is true.
That's not a dead ball, so I think that should make it still 3rd down.
I believe it's 3rd and 9. Yeah. So it moves them back 15 yards, so it puts it back to the 16, so it's 3rd and 9. Shotgun formation, Alexander still in the game. Rolling to his right, looking to throw. Going to throw it. Has a man open in the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown Indians. He just got back behind the backside of the defense. That was number 11, Braden Arnold, another junior receiver. Extends the lead now 39-7.
Yeah, that was a well-thrown ball that time by the Tishomingo quarterback, putting some touch on it, letting Arnold run underneath it in the end zone for another Tishomingo touchdown.
Now waiting the extra point. Snap back ball down. The kick is up on the way, and it is no good. 39-7, 9:23 to go here in the 3rd. We'll take another break.
And flags everywhere.
Flags coming in everywhere. We'll take a break. We'll be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here in Tishomingo after that scoring drive there for the Indians. 39-7 is the score. Nine and a half minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Coalgate now waiting the kickoff here from the Indians.
Yeah, Indians taking their time getting out here for the kickoff.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we haven't started the play clock yet.
I don't know either.
Be sure and stick around for the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland postgame show. Lucinda Holland is a farmer's agent serving our community. She's just a phone call away at 580-889-3347. This is the only game of the night here in our district. Only other game of note would be the Vian and Valiant game. It's a kick fielded at the 25 by Lackey up to the 30. Now turns, excuse me, that's Grant. Reverses field and finally tackled at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice return that time by Grant after he caught it on a bounce. Was able to weave his way for about 10 yards. Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35.
The Wildcats here back on offense.
Colby Brown back in at quarterback.
Bryson Stowe still in the game at running back. 3 receivers to the right. Davis Grant one-on-one coverage. Brown going to tuck it and run. Tries to get now, throws it. Before he got to the line of scrimmage, it's caught by Loudermilk at the 45 to the 50. Still on his feet, tiptoeing down the sidelines and finally pushed out of bounds in Indian territory. Nifty play there by Brown.
Yeah, real nifty play on the kind of the RPO, kept it, didn't hand it off to Stowe, and then good awareness and keeping his eyes downfield as he started to run it. Before he got to the line of scrimmage, saw that Loudermilk was wide open, got the ball out to him, and Easton did a good job of maneuvering his way all the way to the Tishomingo 46 for a gain of 19 and a first down.
Now 3 receivers to the left. Brown's going to hand off to Stowe. Bounces it out to the right side, to the 40, to the 35, and he's taken down shy of the 30. Explosive run there by Bryson Stowe with the back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, another good run, good blocking over the right side of that offensive line. It's a gain of 16 on that run by Bryson Stowe and a first down to the 30-yard line.
Again, 3 receivers to the near side. Stowe in the backfield. He's flanking Brown to his right. Now inside of 8 minutes. Handoff Stowe trying to get the left edge to the 30. Tiptoeing down the sidelines again. Still on his feet to the 20. They're going to mark him just shy of the 20-yard line. About the 22. Got about 8 yards.
It's a really nice run, really nice blocking on the edge. Good job of Bryson cutting back inside as he got close to the boundary and slipping through a couple tackles for an additional 3 or 4 yards. Nice 8-yard run there on first down. Make it 2nd and 2 from the 22.
3 receivers to the right. Brown gets the snap. Another handoff, Stowe. Head full of steam, crossing the 15. And going to be taken out about the 11. Moves the chains again for the Wildcats. Again, this isn't anything new.
And Tishomingo's taking a timeout, looks like. Good run up the middle, good push up the middle. Dragging tacklers forward. Got about 11 on that one and another first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down, I think, just inside the 1-yard line. They've still got the chains stretched out.
But, Blaine, we talked this. Moving the ball hasn't been the problem.
Yeah, the problem's not
stalling
getting
out.
Here.
The Wildcats have got here all night long. They've got to the 30, to the 20, to the 25.
Yeah,
it's stalling out now.
You're up to 321 yards of total offense. Stowe is up to 82 yards on the ground on 17 carries. You've moved the ball. It's been turnovers and turnovers on downs once you get down in this part of the field. Got to find a way to finish a drive and get it into the end zone.
Is it a result of not really having an established run game per se? The Wildcats on the season averaging about 3.5 yards per carry.
I think that's a lot of the problem.
The field condenses. You don't have that extra room. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Gets the right edge, tries to cut it upfield. Inside the 10, down to about the 8. Picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, did a good job of getting what he could on that. Kind of that option again. Kept it and then almost had an option to flip it to Grant if he wanted to on the edge as well. He decided to keep it and get what he could. Got a couple of yards down to about the 9 is where they marked him. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 9.
So 3 receivers to the left. Again, the Wildcats can get a first down. Hand off to Stowe to the 5. Dragging a defender down to the 2. It's going to be pretty close to the first down.
I think he's going to be just short. He's probably about a half a yard short, looks like, or a yard. They're marking it right about the 2. Another good gain, though, up the middle there. Good blocking, getting 7 yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 2.
And the Wildcats got to get inside the 1. 3rd down and about a half a yard to go. Shotgun formation. Stowe in the backfield. Hand off to Stowe. Met in the backfield. Trying to get that extra yard.
He may have the first down, though. No, he's just shy.
I think he's going to be, I don't say no gain on the play.
I think he got a little bit, but I think he's still about I think it was 3rd and about a full yard, and he maybe got about a half yard.
We haven't seen the wishbone tonight.
We have not. That's been something that the Wildcats have been getting in a lot in these short yardage situations the last few weeks, but you're right, we have not seen it tonight.
Not going to see it here. Split formation, 2 receivers to both sides, shotgun formation. Hand off to Stowe, and he crosses the goal line, strike up the band, touchdown Wildcats.
Good job just getting tough in the short yardage situation, getting just enough of a push in the middle of the offensive line to get him in for the 2-yard touchdown run for Bryson Stowe.
For Bryson Stowe, that's going to be his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Looks like the Wildcats are going to line up to go for 2. 39-13, just under 5 minutes to play here in the 4th.
Play clock's dwindling down to 3 seconds.
Shotgun formation, Brown gets it off. And it's going to be handoff to Stowe, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. No good on that 2-point conversion. 39-13. We'll take a break and be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580.
A good open field tackle by Weston there at the 35. Looked like he had a little bit of room, but Weston shut that down pretty quick. Indians will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Got about 4.5 minutes to go here on the 2025 season. Barring some type of miraculous, unspeakable comeback, Wildcats are going to finish the year at 2-8 overall. will finish 7th in the district. Shotgun formation, it's another handoff to Burton, still in the game. Crossing the 40, down to the 45. Picks up about 11 yards on that gain. They're going to mark him at the 46. Moves the chains.
Yeah, they got a good push in the middle there and sprung him for 11 more yards as he's up, I would venture, around the 270, 280-ish mark for the game. Be 1st and 10 from the 46.
Alexander still in the game. Now Burton takes a seat on the sideline. Give me a handoff to Culp. Shed the tackle in the backfield, crossing the 50 to the 45 to the 40. And taking out inside the 40. Jet walk up on the tackle. And get another first down for the Indians.
Yeah, just a lot of room that time on that one once initial defender missed a tackle and was able to go for about 16 yards there and another first down to the Wildcat 38.
Again, be sure to stick around for the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland postgame show. The play taken out to crossing the 35. We got a lot of pushing and shoving down here in the 10-yard line. Receiver and defensive back were going at it.
You'll get
30
those
yards down the field.
You'll get those wars sometimes.
Yeah.
Remember in the NFL one time when Aqib Talib snatched Michael Crabtree's chain? That was a good one. On the play, they get about 5 yards down to the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Alexander, shotgun formation. Handoff, Culp, straight up the middle. Crossing the 35, down to about the 33.
He's going to be just shy of the first down.
2.5 minutes to play. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, needed. Did they give him the first down?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, they did. They're moving the sticks now. Thought it was right there at the line to gain. He got 5 down to the 28, so it is a 1st and 10.
Game clock now inside of 2 minutes. Play clock inside of 10. Alexander with a snap, looking to throw, trying to set the wide receiver screen up on the far side. Caught at the 25, down to the 20, and a flag comes in and a huge hit.
Big hit by Ethan Nelson at the
Who
end.
else but Ethan Nelson?
I think it's going to be coming back for a hold or a block in the back.
For a couple of flags on the play.
They moved them to the same spot. I think they both saw the same thing, probably just one penalty.
And if you're a team that doesn't do a lot of wide receiver screens, it's kind of hard to ask your wide receivers to block when you're not. It's not in your game plan. It's not something you do. We don't hardly see as the Wildcats on offense have a wide receiver hold because that's kind of
they do it
kind of their bread and butter. They do it. But when you're a team that don't throw a whole lot of wide receiver screens, that's a lot to ask your receivers to hold a block.
Yeah, that is what they called. Looks like they said the penalty occurred at the 24. They move it all the way back out to the 34-yard line.
Alexander with the snap, still looking to throw. Going to take a deep shot. Still looking. Now he's going to tuck and run to the 30. Now back to the middle. And is taken down by Reed Abels. And Walker Weston coming in late, make the tackle. Got some of that yardage back.
Yeah, it is a gain of 8, or actually 9 on the play as they gets all the way down to the 26. Or gain of 8, excuse me. So that'll make it 2nd down and 8 from the 26.
Yeah. As the Indians, they're not content with just running the play clock out. They're going to take a deep shot down the field. Has a man, and we're going to get pass interference.
No flag.
No, they're not going to throw a flag.
Should have been, but we'll take it.
Davis Grant on the coverage.
I will give Grant this though. He didn't really use his hands at all. He kind of bumped into him a little bit, but did a good job of not grabbing. I think that might have been what saved him from getting the flag.
Yeah, I don't think there's a face guarding call in
Not
high
in-
school.
not in high school,
Not in
no.
high school.
So after all that, it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 26.
Does stop the clock with 50 seconds to go. Indians still trying to add to this lead. They're going to take another shot. Alexander throws out into the flat, far side at the 15, makes a man miss, and finally pushed out of bounds about the 15. It is going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him at the 14, looks like. It'll be a gain of 12 and a first down.
So they do not, if they don't want to, they don't have to run another play.
I expect they will, though. They've been
Yeah.
slinging it around. They're probably still going to run another play.
About a 2-second difference between play clock and game clock. Alexander's going to take a snap. Going to be a handoff. Culp tries to cut back up the middle. Tackled inside the 10, down to about the 9. In what should be the final play of the game. And that will be the final play of the 2025 season.
Oh, they may try to run one more. My Lord.
They're going to get a play off.
Wow.
Throw to the back of the end zone, and it's caught.
Okay.
But a flag, a late flag coming in. See what this is on. I do not like this play call at all, Blaine.
No, what's the reason here? Why are you?
I mean, I'm all for playing till the final whistle.
Yeah, it's a little different when there's 3 seconds left and you rush to the line of scrimmage. I'm going to say maybe they didn't all get set before the snap.
It's a hold.
That's what
It's a
well,
hold. Yep.
That should be the end of the game then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's an offensive penalty.
Oh, true.
You will have to run a dead play, a no-time play.
Why are you rushing to the line to try to get another play in when you're up 39-13, though? What is the point?
I mean, there was 0.5 seconds on the clock when they snapped the ball.
Maybe a little bit of a frosty handshake line here in a minute.
Could be. We've seen a couple of. Looks like they're going to just take the victory formation here.
Well, that's probably wise at this point.
And that will be the final play of the season. As a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. That's how we'll end the 2025 season for the Coalgate Wildcats with a 39-13 loss. We'll take a break and come back on the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland postgame show right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
and that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 West Side Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
And we're back here as we move into the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland postgame show. If you're looking for an insurance agent who can help you understand your options, call Lucinda Holland in Atoka at 580-889-3347. As the 2025 Wildcat football season will come to an end here in Tishomingo, 39-13, the final score. Wildcats will finish the year 2-8. Overall, 1-6 in district play. They will finish in 7th place in Class 2A Division II, District 2 for the Wildcats. Blaine with some final stats of the game.
Yeah, final stats on the night for the Wildcats: 19 first downs, 33 carries for 153 yards, 16 out of 31 throwing the football for 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interception, also lost 1 fumble, 3 penalties for 25 yards, 4 out of 14 on 3rd down, 2 of 6 on 4th down. Team-wise for Tishomingo, 18 first downs, 30 carries for 314 yards, 11 out of 17 throwing the ball for 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did lose 1 fumble, 9 penalties for 107 yards. They were 5 out of 10 on 3rd down, 2 of 3 on 4th down. Some individual stats for the Wildcats. Davis Grant, 4 carries for 22 yards, 5 catches for 65 yards, was 0 of 1 throwing the ball with 1 interception. Weston Lackey, 4 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Bryson Stowe, 21 carries, 92 yards, 2 catches for 2 yards, also had a rushing touchdown. Colby Brown, 4 carries for 20 yards, 16 out of 30 throwing it for 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, also a fumble lost. Easton Loudermilk, 5 catches for 40 yards. Jet Walkup, 2 carries for 9 yards. Rowdy Hemphill, 2 carries for 10 yards.
Those are the final stats for this game. The Wildcat defense giving up 455 total yards of offense tonight here in Tishomingo, and it just kind of all seemed to unravel there right before halftime, as it was a fairly close ball game up to that point, and then the wheels kind of fell off there just 2.5 minutes there before halftime, and the Wildcats weren't ever really able to get their footing back underneath them. Had played a pretty well game, a pretty good game up to that point.
Yeah, you had chances. I think it felt like the turning point was there right with about 2.5 minutes left. You're down 14-7. Tishomingo had a 3rd and 3 from the Wildcat 48, and you had a chance. 2 guys were right there to make the tackle on Burton, 2 yards in the backfield. Would have been a 4th and 5 at midfield, and at that point in the game, you figure Tish probably punts it there. And you'd have got the ball back down 14-7 with a couple minutes left before half, but instead you miss that tackle. He goes for about 30 yards, and then just a couple plays later they score to increase the lead to 20-7, and then you drive and have a pick right before halftime, and then coming out of the half, you know, you have a nice drive. You think, okay, we're fixing to kind of get back in the game, and then the bobbled snap and not able to get back on it, and they run it all the way back for a touchdown. Just really bad I'd say it was really about 6 minutes of game time stretch there that was really the biggest difference in the game.
We'll take one more break, and we'll wrap things up here when we return here from Tishomingo, 39-13 in favor of the Indians here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here for the final time here on the Lucinda Holland Farmers Agent postgame show here from Tishomingo, Oklahoma, as we'll now move to the First Bank star of the game.
Yeah, we're going to go with senior number 4, Bryson Stowe tonight, playing his final game of his high school career. Had a great high school career here for Coalgate, and tonight he had 21 carries for 92 yards and a touchdown, 2 catches for 2 yards as well. He's our player of the game tonight.
The First Bank star of the game was presented by First Bank. At First Bank, they help real people just like you take on real opportunities. From day-to-day challenges to life-changing dreams, First Bank is here for you, here for possibilities. Visit firstbank-ok.com, member FDIC. Again, that wraps things up here on the 2025 football season. Again, the Wildcats finishing 2-8 overall, 1-6 in district play. They will finish in the 7th spot in the district. So on behalf of us, that'll be it for us here on the football side. Blaine will go back into retirement for another 10 months or so.
Put me in hibernation for 10 months.
Put you back in hibernation. We'll do some football games coming up. We'll talk with Coach Talley coming up about some basketball game schedules and getting some of that out and getting that sent to you guys. So y'all can be able to watch some basketball at home. Basketball team showing signs of improvement this year. They're talking to Coach Talley. He thinks pretty highly of the boys. Thinks the boys will be better, the girls as well. So basketball will start at the end of this month, I think the 29th or the 3rd. Maybe
probably
December 3rd. I think December.
Yeah,
early
first few
December.
days of December.
Be the first game coming up. But we'll get a schedule sent out to everybody. So on behalf of everybody, and of course want to thank our sponsors. We can't do this broadcast without y'all. We don't mind driving all over the state to bring you guys back at home this broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the year. We hope you learned something. We hope you had fun. We enjoyed bringing it to you. So for another year, we'll do this again hopefully next year. They keep giving us the microphone. We'll keep doing it. For the final time, on behalf of myself, Cody Newberry, Blaine Riley, Lyndon Burnett on the camera, everybody back in Durant at the mothership, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining us and helping us be a part, letting us be a part of your Friday nights at home, Thursday nights at home. Thank you for letting us into your home and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. So for the final time, this has been Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
This has been Coalgate Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank. The Wildcats are brought to you by Brown's Funeral Service and your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland. The Coalgate Wildcats are sponsored by Shamrock Bank and Studeville Ford.
Upside, blitz coming. Quick pass, far side, caught by Trevathan. Tries to make a man miss. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40.
The Wildcats are also brought to you by your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Cole County Farm Bureau, and Genesis Abstract.
Snap. Blitz coming. Picked up. Now flush. Throws it deep down the field. Has a man open, and it's caught at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Tate Diaz. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coalgate Wildcat Athletics are sponsored in part by the RX Shop, Cole County Tag, the Flower Garden, and Triple Heart Boutique. Thank you for joining us tonight for this presentation of Wildcat Athletics on the Rock 107.5 KZIG.